My thanks to Jackson Holiday, Lance McCutcheon, Jalen Thompson. Look for Tim Donaghy, episode 233 of the Jim Rome podcast, pushing out in about an hour. See you then, Rob. Get ready for NFL Week 1 action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. To celebrate, DraftKings is giving new customers a can't-miss offer. Bet just $5 on any football game and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, everyone can experience the thrill of DraftKings early win promotion. Bet on any NFL team of your choice, and if your team leads by 7 points at any point during that game, you get paid instantly, even if your team loses. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code ROME. That's code ROME. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 or older in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Bonus issued as free bets. One early win token issued at opt-in. Moneyline bets only. Deposit and wagering restrictions to apply. Eligibility and terms at DraftKings.com/football terms.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Have you experienced increased aches and pains recently? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden is your premier CBD retailer in Eastern North Carolina. Do you find yourself having anxiety or in need of extra sleep support? Hemp Garden has a variety of Delta 8 and hemp-derived Delta 9 products that can assist with those issues. If you're unable to stop by the store, don't worry. Give them a call today at 413-6100 for a consultation, and they'll ship right to your door. Hemp Garden, 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Your office deserves a proactive tech support approach instead of always reacting to issues after the damage is done. You need BizCare. BizCare tech support and cybersecurity plans keep you ahead of potential issues and much safer from cyber threats like ransomware. What's at your office? Call William today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com. And watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. We'll talk about whatever you want to discuss on this Wednesday program. Got some guests to get to, including the voice, Jeff Charles. He'll get you ready for East Carolina, NC State. We'll talk to Jeff Charles coming up at 4 o'clock on today's show at 4:30. Patrick Mason from the Daily Reflector, as we will talk all things East Carolina, get his thoughts on practice wrapping up. Just a couple more practices to go for ECU until they take on the Wolfpack. So we'll talk to Patrick about that. We'll have a full depth chart review with Stephen Igoe coming up at 5 o'clock today right here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here. Shirley, look at this Facebook memory from 9 years ago. Happier times. You look so happy dancing with me. And right now you are so stressed. It looks like a different Shirley Rhodes.
I have a lot more gray hair now than I did back then.
Well,
Chandler,
you haven't been introduced. Chandler Honeycutt's here.
Can I take a gander at that picture?
Oh yeah, take a good
What
old.
were we doing? I mean, we were dancing, obviously, but I don't know what we were.
Y'all are also twinning.
I'm also wearing the same clothes that day I'm wearing right now.
Wait. Is that you or me?
It's us.
Oh, it's both of us.
This is us.
That's the two.
What did you think it was?
Because
a mirror?
I thought you were on the left for a second. I thought that was actually Chandler.
9 years ago? How old were you, Chandler? Like 4?
4.
Yeah.
No, my bad. Well, you also do remember.
Chandler is 13 years old.
Because I'm much older, I have to switch glasses.
Oh my God, Grandma Shirley.
Yeah,
all right.
I switch glasses when I have a special pair that I wear when I'm looking at the computer, and because of that, I can't see, my distance is off. So from a distance, that looked like Clip. You look like Chandler in that picture.
All right,
and
Grandma,
then me,
we got it. Who's saying from a distance?
Bette Midler.
Anybody else? Or is that it? I was thinking like Vanessa Williams.
No, not from a distance.
Speaking of which, I saw Rick Fox on television today. All right, we got too much to talk about to do this nonsense. Jeff Charles, Patrick.
You're the one that asked.
I know. It's my fault. I got to stay on track. It's game week. Wager McGhee's here, so we got a million things to talk about. All the football games. No time to discuss Rick Fox and that game show I saw him on earlier this morning. All right, one business piece we got to take care of, Wager, before we get to you. We are going to, every Wednesday, myself, Chandler, and CJ are going to pick a top 10 team that's going to lose this weekend and a top 25 team. It can be 2 top 10 teams if you want, but one has to be in the top 10, and then we can do all of the top 25. Top 10 should be unanimous this week because we're going to keep up with records, but there are multiple games you can pick. So I'll tell you what, I'll let y'all go ahead and Chandler, what do you got? Top 10 team to lose this week.
Oh, I have my top 25. I didn't get to my top 50.
What are you doing? Why? I mean, when did I tell you to do this?
Okay, Florida over Utah. I mean, you just you have one sitting there for you.
Why did you not do the top 10 team?
You could have a top 5 I was team.
working
on my top 25 team.
For the last 2 hours?
No, you told me 30 minutes ago.
It was way more than 30 minutes ago. Way more.
I don't think so.
CJ, when did I tell you?
Well, I tell you what, it wasn't 2 hours ago.
I told you
I know
after
that
Chandler.
for a fact.
When did I tell you?
It wasn't 2 hours ago.
At least an hour ago.
Thank you. So closer to 2 hours than 30 minutes. All right. CJ, who's your top 25, Chandler?
I'm going to go West Virginia over Pitt.
Dang.
All right.
Can we duplicate?
Yep, we can.
I have the same two.
The same two?
Yeah, I do have the same two.
What are these guys doing, Wager?
I don't know.
All right, my top 10 team to lose is going to be Notre Dame to Ohio State.
Easy.
As a 17-point favorite in that one.
Yeah.
My top 25 team, I got to go with my boys. You know, in basketball, Chandler, I like to say they're tough as nails.
Oh, boy. They're back.
In football,
The Razorbacks.
the Razorbacks are going to knock off top 25 Cincinnati. So Cincinnati is my top 25 team to lose. You guys are going Utah and West Virginia.
I didn't know if we could pick ranked matchups.
Yeah, you can pick. Because, look, this is about to get really difficult.
Yeah.
So this is a soft toss, a freebie that I'm taking advantage of that you guys aren't. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. What if Notre Dame wins and Utah loses? It could happen.
What if we all win?
What if we all win? No, I noticed nobody picked NC State as their top 25 team to lose. You guys aren't true Pirates, huh? Hate to see it. Sad to see. All right.
Did you pick them?
No.
Okay. Move on.
Look, I only had like 30 minutes to think about it. Jeez.
Screw you.
Leave me alone. Wager, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Let's get right into the thick of things. Wager, East Carolina, NC State. This line has gone back up to 11.5 last time I looked. Total has come way down, 55.5 to like 51.5. Why? What's the deal with the total? Is there a hurricane coming in this weekend?
No hurricane. I don't know if...
that is a major move, though, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all of a sudden people are just starting to look at the games a little bit and looking at... I mean, ECU's got a good defensive line. I think NC State does. You know that ECU's going to try to come out and run the ball to establish that initially. If you get through the first quarter without much scoring, I mean, that's a tough number to get to. We talked about it. I already bet the under, so... But I got it.
You're on the under.
You got it at 55. I got it at 55, though. Okay. So I mean,
you got the best number available.
Yeah, closing line value, as they like to say. So yeah, I mean, last year I looked at those numbers. I know it's not the same matchup, but ECU was 33-19 to App, and then 20-17 South Carolina. Both of NC State's first games, 45-0, 24-10, and a much competitive Mississippi State game. I think this is going to be a really physical, like in the trenches sort of game. So. I like the under. Hot noon start.
Okay. So you got the under. How about a side? A lean.
I think I don't really. I haven't played one yet, but with the under, you would take the dogs at 11.5 points, right?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a slight lean there, but you do like the under.
Yep.
In East Carolina, NC State. All right. What we're going to do now, let's go chronologically, look at some top 25 matchups, look at some interesting matchups with local interest, and then we'll get to the games you really like on your piece of paper. Because I don't want to start this segment out with Portland State. I'm sorry. I just don't want to do that today.
That's what the people want. We need to give out winners.
We are. We're going to.
We're giving out
just
winners.
Not right here.
I think we're going to give out a winner on the under. I think we're about to give one out here in this next one, too, because I know what we're going to.
The Backyard Brawl?
No, I thought we were going UNC App.
Man, we have terrible communication here.
I thought we were going local first. So.
Chronologically, beginning Thursday night.
We'll go then.
Backyard Brawl. We got to shake off this rust. West Virginia, Pittsburgh. They're playing this. What's the stadium called? Acrisure. It's the Heinz Field. They removed the Heinz. They removed the ketchup.
Yeah.
So they're playing in Acrisure, which is the Steelers' home field. West Virginia, Pitt 7.5. Wager, any lean here?
Over. I think I
52?
thought I had Pitt initially, but the battle of USC quarterbacks, we talked
Chandler
about it.
talked you down.
Yeah, he talked me down on it because he likes it. And I mean, Graham Harrell, offensive coordinator, old offensive coordinator from USC, like kind of reconnecting here with JT Daniels. They're going to open the offense up a little bit. And I don't think, Kevon Slovis is at Pitt. I know they lost a wide receiver, Addison or whatever, to USC. But they're still really talented on the offensive side, one of the better offensive lines in the country. I mean, it's always usually a tight game. I think that's why you would take the 7.5. But I like both teams throwing the ball around on week 1.
The whole offensive line is back, by the way, for Pitt.
There you go.
All right, so over. Is that what you said?
Over 52. We try to go overs here as much as we can, so we got to get the under out of our system there.
All right, another game Thursday night, Big Ten matchup. Penn State at Purdue. Interesting one here. Penn State is a road favorite, total at 53. Anything on that one?
Not really. I think I would lean Penn State there, but I don't have a strong way either way. I just think Purdue's going to have trouble. They're going to have to be all passing because they really are. I don't think they can line up and run the ball against Penn State's defense. But so I probably should be on Penn State, but right now it's a pass. So look at it a little bit more.
For now, we're going to bypass Portland State, San Jose State. We are going to get back to it, I promise. But let's move to Friday night. Love this matchup. I want to see if maybe we get an upset here, but Virginia Tech, Old Dominion, Hokies 7.5-point favorite, total at 48. Any interest in that game?
I am a pass on that one right now.
A pass on that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Friday night, Illinois at Indiana. Anything there?
No, I like that next one, though.
TCU at Colorado. ESPN, Friday night, 10 o'clock in Boulder. And the Horned Frogs, almost 2 touchdown favorites against the Buffs, 55.5 total.
They are new head coach, Sonny Dykes, for TCU. Really good. 18 starters back, 10 on offense. The new offense coordinator was at SMU as well, so they'll kind of open it up there a little bit. Just a couple of things. I mean, Colorado really stepped backwards last year in the third year. They went from 29 to 19 points a game on offense, and we're kind of a little bit of rebuilding. Not much, but TCU over the last 2 years is 3-0 as a road favorite. It's a big number to lay in Colorado, but I mean, Colorado is really kind of a rebuilding in the bottom of the barrel. Most of the Phil Steele numbers, as we talk about in units ranked, were 11th or 12th best in the Pac-12, so he's got their talent in the bottom of the Pac-12, so I'll go along with that.
All right, speaking of Colorado, how about ABC at noon on Saturday, Colorado State, and we're looking at a huge number here, 30.5, 31 to Michigan. Can Michigan win by that much on Saturday?
I think they're going to throw it around both, and Colorado State now is kind of the Reno Rockies. So Norville is going there. They've got a quarterback that they're taking from Reno. So a lot of the Reno folks went to Colorado State with him. Little Mummy is going to be the new offense coordinator there. So they're air raiding it. So they're going to throw it around, make lots of mistakes. And Michigan's going to start different quarterback the first 2 weeks, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I do lean over here, I think, because I think Colorado State's going to throw it 50 or 60 times if they can get the ball. And which one is it this week? The one that started most of the year for Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know their names.
I don't either. They're both Max, right? McNair. Cade McNair, McNamara?
Jerry McNamara from Syracuse?
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy is going to start next week against Hawaii, which gives a much better. So Cade better put up some big numbers this week because Hawaii is definitely a sieve. They'll give.
What do you think about this move?
I don't know. I saw something that you thought it was biblical or something. I don't know.
King Solomon was mentioned, I believe.
Yeah. They're gonna score. I mean, they scored last year.
What if one is Cain and one is Abel? Got to be careful about that while we're talking biblical brothers.
So, I mean, you're not doing a quarterback tryout and letting them hand the ball off, right? I mean, eventually they will in the fourth quarter, but I think he gets 3 good quarters of throwing the ball around.
How they command the huddle wager and all that. Do you know what
new offense coordinator for Michigan too? So he needs some play calling experience. So again, he's got to work with him because the old offense coordinator went to Miami.
I love the way your beautiful mind thinks. Because it doesn't always turn out that way.
Yeah, I know, but
you make sense.
You gotta have a thought with it, right? Yeah. So,
do you know what who Mummy is, Chandler?
I thought he said Little Mommy.
Matt Mummy.
So that's what to how Mummy. Are we had a grandson yet, or is it son?
Or nephew? I don't know where he is in the Mummy tree.
Yeah, I need a Mummy family.
He was
tree.
Offense coordinator at Reno. Again, Jay Norvell was the head coach at Reno.
Related to Mike?
Quarterback is coming to. Maybe
we got family trees. We got King Solomon. We're doing it all here.
Yeah.
All right. So you wanted to talk North Carolina, App State. Let's talk it. North Carolina. What is this line at?
1.
So North Carolina is a 1.5 point favorite against App State. Total 55.5. North Carolina, Drake May looked good last week. The offense, they gave up a lot of points, though.
They did.
To Florida A&M. So are we going over?
I would lean that way. I definitely love App in this game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't... I was trying to figure out, there's like Chase Bryce, at Duke. It's, everybody that would play here would have a little chip on their shoulder, and he played at Duke. And the only time he started, North Carolina actually destroyed them in, was it 2019? 56-24, and he had a really bad game and got replaced in that game. So a little bit of chance there, but really good defense. Linebackers, defensive backs there, much better, much tougher test there for North Carolina. At home, App's not a home dog very much. They've only been a home dog 2 times since 2017. They won both of them. I know it could be a pick by the time they get to that point. But and Mac is only 3-5 against the spread now versus non-conference, and only 1-5 against the spread as a road favorite the last 2 years. So I think there's questions about North Carolina offensive line. I like App. I'll take App at home.
All right, App. Any advantage, disadvantage for North Carolina to play last week? App State not to play? You don't care about that much?
No, I mean, App's got a new offensive coordinator from Central Michigan. So you would look at new quarterback for North Carolina. Now App's got game footage, right? So they can see that they pick up any tendencies with that. And then what's North Carolina doing? Are they watching Central Michigan offense? Or they, there could be some wrinkles that they have in there that's going to surprise them this week. So I don't think, I don't know if they came out injury free. I would say it's a little bit of an advantage from App standpoint because they have a little bit of stuff now they can look at with the new quarterback for North Carolina.
All right, if you like Oregon, you're never going to be able to take them plus 17 the rest of the year. So this is your chance to get them, but you would have to take them against the Georgia Bulldogs. Total around 53. What do you think about Oregon, Georgia coming up?
I like the 17.5 points. I like the dog.
I kind of do too. Yeah.
I mean, if anybody,
because a lot of these kickoff games like this are just SEC blowouts.
But we talk about like the connections and stuff, right? So Oregon head coach, I think everybody criticizes like the Georgia quarterback as being the weak link of that team, right? It was really a defense. Well, who's he facing now? The former defensive coordinator for Georgia that saw him every single day in practice.
Very interesting.
Bo Nix.
What you're about to say, I don't like Bo Nix.
Bo Nix.
I like home Bo Nix. I hate road Bo Nix.
Reunited with his 2019 offensive coordinator from Auburn, and that was the best year statistically that Bo Nix has ever had. Playing Georgia, which, again, he played Georgia many years there. So I like that. I like a lot of the things there, and Georgia's got, I think, 3 returning defensive starters. They played a ton, and the 9 guys stepping in are all going to be drafted in the NFL one day.
Yeah.
But I think Lanning might be able to. I mean, that's another thing, too. He's had since January to prepare for this game, too. It's not normal prep time. I think he's going to have some things that are going to confuse, what's his name, Bennett, right, his quarterback.
Stetson.
It's staying under 17.5, I definitely like.
All right, yeah. The only thing that really scares me is like Bo Nix pick sixes. Like Georgia's offense doesn't terrify me really.
I know everybody says it is. I mean, it's a home game. I mean, however you want to look at it, it's in the Georgia Dome. Right?
All right, Arkansas. My top 25 team to lose this week is Cincinnati. Love this game. It's a great game on the schedule. You don't see this matchup a lot. Speaking of teams that lost a lot, the Bearcats did. So they'll be working in a new QB. A lot of new guys on defense. Let's see, can they hang with Arkansas?
I like Arkansas in that game. I didn't do much of a write-up, and I know they're favored in it. So you're
touchdown.
I mean, they're about ranked the same thing there. But, I mean, Arkansas took a ton of the steps forward last year. I can't remember what they got from transfer portal, but third year of the system, but really good last year. And except if anybody lost, I mean, that secondary there for Cincinnati, you can't replace those 2 corners they had there.
All right, the Urban Meyer Bowl, 7 o'clock Saturday night. These 2 teams will grind it out, Utah and Florida.
You skipped by Houston. Ranked?
No, I didn't. I probably did.
Yeah.
But I'm going to deny that I did.
Okay.
Let's go Urban Meyer Bowl real quick.
Okay.
So now you're down with the chronological order, huh?
Well, I can see the screen here. Sitting on this side is,
By the way, Alex said...
I don't like it I'm visible. But,
what did he say?
I can see.
Was only able to listen to the podcast the last couple of years due to his work schedule. Now it's normal he can watch live. It's his first time seeing Wager McGhee since he's gone public.
Yeah.
He didn't say if it's good or bad, but it's the first time you're able to see Wager McGee's face. So, Chandler, we love this matchup just as a game itself, Utah and Florida.
Unique to me.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? He's my Ed McMahon chiming in.
I know.
That was a good line.
I like that.
Unique to me.
Good delivery.
Wait, what do you like? What are you talking about?
On the good timing and delivery on that. So I'm not usually a part of the sidekick show here. So you have to remember, I'm usually on
his
that.
Paul Schaefer, okay?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Utah, Florida.
I tried to find a way to like Florida, the heat.
You always love Florida preseason.
Well, I think travel, heat in the middle of, what is it? Start. Oh, no, it's a night game, but still. It'll be delayed due to lightning because it's in Florida on opening weekend.
Had a lot of that League Zero.
Oh, it'll happen. But I can't. I love Utah in this game.
All right. I'm glad you say that. I've seen a lot of people on Florida, and I don't want to believe it. I want to take Utah with you.
I mean, it's a rebuilding year. We like Napier. We think he's going to be fine. But, man, they're bringing in, offensive line transfers. And Lafayette's been really good the last few years, but running backs and offensive line transfers right away, they're starting for Florida. Again, Phil Steele had them where they're kind of their skill level's a little bit down right now. And Utah's physical. We're going to see in that. I think that extra practice for bowl game, second year for the quarterback there that transferred from Texas. I like Utah, and they brought in they lost some good talent on defense as well, but brought in the number one tackler from Florida, who is going to be a starting linebacker for them, and Stanford's number 4 tackler, who is also a linebacker. So they just reloaded on that side because I think 2 of the Lloyd and somebody else got drafted in the NFL. I get it. Bad travel, heat. It's Florida, but I think you're getting value with only 3. Is it still 3?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's a much bigger number than that. I mean, Utah's physical and solid across the board everywhere. So 7-2 straight up, 7-1-1 against the spread in road openers since 2013.
ESPN has the total at 51 for that game.
I didn't look at that. I was trying to stay off of just saying over on every single game, but
default over. All right.
Well, Florida's also changing, right? They're going to be running the Lafayette run-based offense. I think we talked about that with somewhere else. So it's a little bit of an unknown there, but I do know where I'm getting him in Utah.
Dana Holgerson, Houston, thinking dream season, thinking big year this year, but wager, could they be a top 25 team that loses week 1?
Yeah, I'm taking UTSA plus the points, and we'll sprinkle here.
UTSA future AAC team booting out Houston, who will be leaving the American. So +4 and a sprinkle on the money line for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, I mean, it's Alamo Dome started kind of changing a little bit as everybody jumped on board on the bandwagon there. They started really getting a big home field advantage last year. They went 7-0 straight up at home. And under head coach Traylor, it's his 3rd year. They're 12-2 straight up in the last 2 years. I mean, 2 years ago, they kind of went under the radar. They're 4-0 against the spread as a dog last year in his career. So, again, going into the 3rd year, he's 8-2 against the spread as a head coach. I like the offense of UTSA to stick with them. So the quarterback's back, the wide receivers are back. They got overshadowed by Western Kentucky in Conference USA last year and got outscored by them in the championship game there at home, 49-41. But besides that, nobody else really was able to just control the game and outscore them. So,
all right, wager, I'm only taking good teams this year. So the only game I'm picking this Saturday is Ohio State -17 against Notre Dame. Is that a good idea?
I think so. I mean, Notre Dame lost their key wide receiver. They've got a whole bunch of new guys in place. Obviously, the head coach is new, although he was around. I mean, it's Notre Dame. I get it, but this is I kind of, if you put this at the end of the year in the playoffs against an Alabama or an Ohio State, 17 is kind of about where those numbers have been in the playoffs, and they've gotten blown out. It's the best offense in college football by far, and I think they just roll up points. So I don't know if Notre Dame's going to be able to stick with them because they got 4 healthy wide receivers, and I think one of them's a walk-on.
Yeah, let's go Buckeyes. What now? We'll get to that.
Okay.
Is that on your list?
I love the points there. Taking the points.
Oh,
Which is
really?
Probably not.
All right, well, let's talk about it now. You're going Utah State plus the points against Alabama?
42?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Alabama plays Texas. We're first look ahead of the year. Aren't you happy about that?
Look ahead.
And it's
back.
not just a regular look ahead. It's Texas in week 2. So, and not like Texas is any good. Though Alabama will roll them. But you do have that there. Utah State played last week. Struggled a little bit, but UConn's a little bit better. And they were, you could say that they were looking ahead as well. So I know it's going to be Ohio State by far is going to be the best offense. Everybody's like the best defense is going to be Alabama. I still want to see Rick's new transfer. Kool-Aid, I guess, starts full-time now. That secondary is going to give up some points here and there. 62.5 may not be bad either. You sweat out. Alabama will probably jump out big early.
I was going to say, but those Alabama first half.
You love
great.
first quarter and first half, so across the board. I just think they've got to shut it down. If they're at 4, it depends on where it was, 42, 42.5, 41.5. Get the best number you can. They're not still going to be. We saw that, though, you bet the first half because the fourth quarter, it's a running clock for him. He wants to get out of there without anybody getting hurt. They're at 42. They're not going to keep, it'll be third or fourth starters, 4-string walk-ons there, and they're getting towards Texas for the next week. So.
All right, let's run down a few more. Just real quick, Memphis, Mississippi State, anything on that? 7:30 Saturday night?
Didn't have. It seems like I would. The number seemed high to me. I'd probably lean dog there, but I didn't.
Oh, I was thinking total seems high. Go under 57.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'd take the 16 or whatever it is with Memphis in kind of a rivalry game there.
Okay. Let's see. Boise State, Oregon State, 10:30 ESPN Saturday night.
We like the Beavers.
We do.
Normally, so I mean,
I like how Wager lumps me in with stuff he likes because I don't know what I like. So okay, I like the Beavers.
There was one full year that we were Oregon State every single. It was one of our little teams that we adopted.
We like the Beavers.
Season. We like the Beavers.
Sunday, Florida State, LSU. I'm tired of Florida State getting this Sunday game. Did they play Notre Dame last year?
Yeah, and had them beat and blew that game late. So
Ian Book.
Yes. Ian Book.
I had Florida State, I think.
I didn't write up. I like Florida State plus the points there. A lot of changes for LSU, as we know. New family in town there, so for LSU, I like.
Brian Kelly loses week 1.
I think so, and they're favorite, right? I mean,
they're favored by a field goal.
It's in Superdome, so I get it. They're slight lean of home field, which it isn't. So yeah, I'll take the points.
All right, and Clemson, Georgia Tech. Clemson a 22-point favorite. Totals at 51.
Who's quarterbacking for Clemson? That's the thing. I mean, it's tough with.
Is there a chance?
If it's tough for him to score points. But,
yeah, I mean, they're going to go with him, right?
They got a highly touted freshman that I think was in for the spring, so I haven't seen
coming out of high school.
Yeah, I mean that's I don't have anything on it right now. I'd like to see who's starting that game. So.
Let's take a break. I love doing team total math wager. Ohio State 17-point favorite, totals at 59. So if it's like 37-20, yeah, we're pretty close to that.
Mm-hmm.
So Ohio State over 38.5 or 40, I kind of like that.
I really do think it's going to be statistically, as we look back on this, it's going to be one of the greatest offenses in the history of NCAA. What they're going to roll.
Well, let's go and showcase it Saturday night.
Oh, I think they are.
Okay.
I mean, this is 1 versus 5, so I mean, I mean, at the end of the year, right? You want to stay out of 2-3 versus Alabama, Georgia, right? So because I mean,
so what is Ohio State preseason? Did you say 2?
They're 2.
Okay,
but. I mean, who else is going to beat the 5th ranked? This could be the most impressive win against.
So what if they beat Notre Dame by 40? Do they move up to number 1?
I think you could argue that when it comes time for the just depends,
Who is number 1? Bama?
Bama.
So Bama doesn't cover, and Ohio State rolls. We got a new number 1, boys and girls.
Mine. Plus, I mean, Stroud, Heisman Trophy, which is going to be tight with he and Will Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
And whoever else.
I might just take all his props.
Right off the bat. It'll be the best defense he's going to play all year long.
All right. We'll come back. I like the term money in the crumbs. Is that what the old term? About the bad games and games nobody knows about?
Yeah.
That's where the real money's at?
Yeah.
And Wager's got some of those for us. He has been dying to talk about Portland State football, and we'll let him do it when we return after this.
It's bow time. Why are Bojangles Chicken Supremes called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and have you heard there's a new sauce in town? Try our new creamy buffalo sauce when you get a Chicken Supremes combo today. It's bow time.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Drive a little and save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus offers service to all makes and models in a state-of-the-art facility. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Welcome back to the program. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, Big Dog Glenn Griffin here. Chan Man has moved over to video production. And Wager McGhee is here. We went over some games of local interest, talk East Carolina, NC State. Wager likes the under, and for that reason, leans the Pirates' way coming up on Saturday. And talked some other top 25 games, things like that. All right, let's dive deep into those notes you got, Wager. Games that we did not discuss earlier that are your favorite plays of the weekend.
Ugly Pond. We're getting into Ugly Pond.
That's all right.
What do you want? I mean, I know we've teased it a whole lot, but I do love. I think it seems like a wrong number to me. 52. Is that what you're still showing for San Jose State and Portland State?
Let me go to extra games or wherever I can find these things. I don't even think I have that available to look at yet.
So a couple things there. San Jose State's new quarterback transferred over from Hawaii, the Cordero kid. They played Portland State last year. He was very successful in that game. Hawaii beat Portland State in that game 49-35. So it was 84 points. 573 yards to 477 yards. Besides that, Portland State also played Washington State last year and hung in there 44-24 and gained 420 yards in that game too. I looked at Portland. I read about Portland State today. They have a Boise State running back that transferred there this year, Van Buren, who rushed for over 1,000 yards and 21 touchdowns. They have 2 All-Americans on defense. They have some solid receivers. They did lose their main returning receiver to an Achilles. New quarterback, but he's a little bit mobile. It just seems like this game is way too low here. Week 1 last year for San Jose State, they beat Southern Utah 45-14. And Phil Steele, who we talked about and referred to a whole lot, loves San Jose State. He's got them as their most improved team of the year this year.
Well, San Jose State, the team, and I might be like, this might be years and years ago, but they were like option, like boring football.
Yeah, I think
we're beyond those days, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. A little bit more open. They had the Starkville kid that transferred in from Texas A&M. I think last year he was a little bit of a disappointment. Only had 9 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Again, with Cordero, it's Hawaii offense. I think they'll open it up a little bit more like that. So we'll see. Here's a chance for them to run that out there and try to get the offense going. I can't remember if there's an offensive coordinator here as I'm trying to get around there. Yeah, and they go to Auburn next week, San Jose does. So they need to really kind of, as we talk about a lot of times, need to get a lot of good run here on the offense in week 1 to be ready for a game in Auburn in week 2.
Over one of your favorite plays this week in that one.
Yeah, I kind of like Portland State to hang around there a little bit. I mean, their new quarterback's an issue, but I think 52 seems off to me a whole lot. So
all right,
I'm missing something.
I'm seeing Cal Poly on your sheet.
Well, we got a rematch from last year, as we know. I remember I'm sure you remember that game. You probably bet it. Fresno, who's the best team in the Mountain West, beat Cal Poly last year 63-10. Gained 671 yards, and that was the tweener week between Oregon and UCLA. Remember, they went to Oregon.
Ooh, a sandwich.
Were catching 20 points, lost late by a touchdown, and then turned around and went to UCLA and won the next week. Okay. So their next 2 weeks, Fresno. Sorry, I should have had the book ready to go.
How's this not in your notes?
They're Oregon State.
What's in your notes?
Well, they are. Well, it's easier to find it this way because they play Oregon State next week at home. They're at USC the week before or next week. But I'm not that worried about a look ahead just because of what they did last year in between that tweener spot there. Jeff Tedford, new head coach, because the Fresno head coach left. I can't remember where he went to. Great offense. Again, last year, week 1, they won 45-0, put up 538 yards, 382 passing. Number 1 quarterback, wide receivers in Mountain West, number 2 offensive line. They're loaded, and they're going to be really good as they were last year when they played Pac-12 teams.
That sounds great. I mean, it does sound like wager versus wager arguing here when you talk about Alabama calling off the Dogs in their game, but Fresno State being able to cover their game with a look ahead. What's different about it?
There's nothing really different about it. This one we have history, though. Last year was, they played.
They can do enough in 3 quarters to.
Yeah, they played, again, between going to Oregon and going to UCLA. They played in an off week there, or in a bye week, and beat them by 53 points. They're laying 36 is what I had, and the total was 61. And last year, Fresno scored 63 in this game. And the offense, again, is really stacked. And they had 15 total starters back, 8 of them on offense, and all the main key. It's a really good offense. Toledo, who I like this week too. Toledo, Fresno, 2 of the group of 5 or whatever, not Power 5 offenses that will be fun and will just pile up points all year long. So.
All right, let's hit some other games that we did not discuss previously that you like this week.
I mean, these are, again, they're ugly games, but jot them down a little bit. I do think Toledo, also Northern Illinois, will both roll this week. Various things for those reasons or whatever, but yeah, I mean, Long Island.
Long Island has a football team?
They do. Okay. I was surprised to hear that too, but
these look like NCAA tournament basketball matches.
Yeah.
Toledo, Long Island playing in Dayton.
That's the
right to get to
whatever the CBA. I think
yeah, the CIT. Yeah, one of those.
But Long Island rolled into FIU and somehow amazingly lost by 38 points last year, 48-10, and then went to West Virginia. And that bad offense they had in West Virginia beat them 66-0. So the Blackbirds, I believe. I think they're Blackbirds.
Yep.
Not very good. Toledo is really good. And if you haven't seen Daquan Finn, their quarterback is very, very good. And they were they only lost where they should have beaten Notre Dame. They had 2 or 3 games last year that they lost by 2 or 3 points, or Toledo is a 10-2 team last year, but very explosive. I expect them to kind of roll out there. These are one of those games where, almost like basketball stuff, if you like Toledo, they're probably going to get the over 54.5 by themselves. So.
All right. So again, Toledo, Fresno State, Northern Illinois.
Fresno State over San Jose State. I don't know if I necessarily love the 12 there, but I do love that over. That's one of my favorite of the week.
All right. Let's take another break because we got to get another one in. We'll come back. More with Wager McGhee. We'll see what else he has in his notes that we haven't discussed, and we'll talk some big picture as well. We hadn't really talked, who's going to win conferences this year, things like that, surprise teams, so we can take a big picture look at it. And one last look at East Carolina and NC State when we return on Pirate Radio Live. More to go on a Wednesday with Wager. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. UniversitySportswearENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, UniversitySportswearENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit UniversitySportswearENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, brace yourself for the brand new Papa Bowls for only $7.99. The new Papa Bowls are an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Kyle Gaines at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are growing, so is our service department. We're adding more space to provide a faster, more affordable service for you. Come sit down with our team and let us customize your next Jeep or truck. Have the freedom to pick out your own lift, wheels, and tires and more. Drive a little, save a lot when it comes to customizing your next vehicle. We're at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located off 264 West in Washington, North Carolina, and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio, perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock on Wednesday nights. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover, and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's day. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you here on a Wednesday. Jeff Charles, the voice, going to join us here in just a little bit. Also, from the Daily Reflector, Patrick Mason and Stephen Igoe. So a lot of Pirate football talk on the way. Earlier this hour, Wager McGhee says he likes the under in ECU NC State. He liked it when he got it at 55.5. Do you still like it at 51.5? Starting to not like it as much, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I already got value. I don't know if it would get low enough where I don't think I would try to middle it.
Right.
So that it's, I just expect a little bit more of each team trying to establish the line of scrimmage to start the game. So, could be some scoring late, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, you like it where you got it.
I don't think I'll bet it again at a lower number. So if it was the opposite way, I would look at it.
We're going to talk a few more games that you want to discuss, but just big picture, it looks like it's a collision course between Bama and Ohio State this year, right? At least heading into the season.
Yeah, Bama. It depends on how Georgia develops on the defensive side. Bama, Georgia winner against Ohio State, who I don't think is going to get touched by anybody there.
So who is anybody? There's got to be one other team maybe that has a undefeated one-loss season.
That was the thing.
Utah. If Utah gets by Florida.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Do they play Oregon? I'll take the schedule. You keep talking. What about Utah as a team at the end of the year?
Yeah, just because of what they had last year, they're at Oregon, so that'll be an impressive win. They get USC at home, but they're at UCLA. So, yeah, I mean, they get to the next to last game of the season is Oregon. They'd probably have to play Oregon again, right, to win. You assume that Oregon's going to win the North. So, especially if Oregon hangs in with Georgia in week 1, that gives that win a lot more, probably a lot more respect nationally.
Could Texas A&M be this year's Georgia? Lose to Bama. Of course, if they lose to Bama, they won't be able to play in the championship game and beat Bama, though, right?
Yeah,
so they would have to beat them in the regular season.
They need Bama to lose 2 times, and Bama doesn't play Georgia in the regular season. So they do play Tennessee, who I think is going to have a little bit more say in things.
How about A&M beats Bama, represents the West in the championship, wins. Bama goes 11-1. They both get in. One of those sickening deals.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I think A&M will A&M as they normally do and blow a couple of games. And there's so many good teams in the West. Plus, I mean, they got a difficult little schedule. I mean, they even next week they play App State, right? Not saying App State's going to go to College Station and beat them, but A&M's kind of bitten off a little bit of a pretty tricky schedule. App and then followed by Miami of Florida. So
yeah, it is a tough schedule. Most likely Big 12 team to make it to the playoff: Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Baylor, other.
Yeah, that was the thing when I was trying to figure out some like dark horse 4th seed, right? Because that's always what's going to come down to. It shouldn't be a 16. It's going to be one of those issues unless Utah rolls through there, and then they're going to be a solid 4th. I like Baylor just to kind of continue to develop. I think Texas is a year or 2 away and really young. Oklahoma in the first year of a lot of new changes. Yeah, Baylor and Oklahoma State are probably the 2 that are really good. And that was the championship game last year anyway, right?
What's that?
Baylor, Oklahoma State.
In a classic that went down to the 1-inch
goal line, yeah.
That was a great game. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was a crappy game.
It was a crappy
game. There wasn't a lot of points.
It was.
All right. You want to talk about my guy, and if there's one thing I do, it's pick talent early on. I can see when a guy's going to be really good. In this case, Spencer Rattler in high school. I knew he was going to be the man. Not quite. But now a new lease on life at South Carolina. So what about Rattler, South Carolina? You got to play on their game against Georgia State.
Yeah, I do like State's tough on the road. We went to Auburn almost and won that. But they got a lot more than just him, too. I mean, they got 9 offensive starters back. And then they picked up in the transfer portal. They picked up Wake Forest's leading running back rusher. That worked out pretty well the year before with Walker going to Michigan State. So Beal Smith. They also got a transfer running back out of Georgia that was coming out of high school, was like 16th best running back in the country. And they also picked up the tight end from Oklahoma, and Austin Stogner. Is that Stogner? How you say his name? So I mean, the offense should be a lot better. That was their problem last year, right? They were playing a grad assistant at quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Their defense, though,
that game against ECU was disgusting. We should have won that game.
I mean, defense last year in the first year with Beamer went from 36 points a game they allowed down to 24. Yeah. They barely won games just because their offense. They won it with defense, and a lot of those guys are back. So,
and some kind of it's kind of corny, but like Beamer magic or something. Like all the guys rally around him, and there's something to it.
It's now it's getting all that bucket of mayonnaise dumped on him. Last year he's got to something to look forward to in postseason. Yeah, I think they've got to open the offense up right their next 2 weeks. Talk about after this, they play Arkansas and then they're Georgia. The next 2 games for South Carolina. So if we believe, we'll see. You just get out and you shut it down and you just get win and survive in advance sort of thing. Or do you really want the offense to get a lot of work? Because I think they've got a new offensive coordinator in this system as well. A lot of new pieces. Georgia State's usually willing to score some points and get to the over, but they won at Tennessee. They went to Auburn and almost won there. So you probably see over 56.5 points, but I do lead just because the defense is so good. Leaned to South Carolina minus the 12.
All right. Any other games on your manifesto?
I love Louisville minus 4.5 at Syracuse. ACC game. I may be missing something here in the last 3 years since Satterfield's been the head coach at Louisville. And a lot of times the talent hasn't been that much difference. They beat Syracuse last year 41-3, beat them 30-0 in 20, and beat them 56-34 in 19. So average of 42-11 that Satterfield is beating Syracuse.
Tells you how much I know. Do you know Baber still the coach at Syracuse?
Still, yeah, but maybe an issue there. So, I mean, they've got Cunningham back at quarterback. Louisville does one of the best offensive lines. Satterfield's 3-1 against the spread as a road favorite there, and then 2-0 last year on the road. The road favorite beat FSU and Duke and averaged 46 points in those games. Syracuse has got a lot of guys back, but man, what has happened in that series? It just seems like there's value there, but. Again, now Syracuse has had 6 months to prepare for that game. So.
Did Cuse's QB go somewhere? I was listening to Pick Central Barstool, and they were talking about all the quarterbacks and they were talking about Penix from Indiana. You remember 2 years ago they had that magical year. He is now in the Pac-12, I want to say. But anyway, do your research on that, people. Like the quarterback market is insane, where everybody is this year.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm trying to remember where Penix went, but you're right.
Who's Virginia got? I like Virginia's quarterback.
Yeah, the guy that I think wears like a 60-something number, but I think we disproved that last year.
Armstrong? Is it Brennan?
Armstrong, yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Syracuse is it? They had a guy like, is it Danny DeVito? I'm sure that wasn't his full
almost
name.
like that, yeah.
But I don't know if he went somewhere or if he's still there. But anyway.
He is gone, so they're at least Phil Steele is predicting Garrett Schrader to be the starting quarterback for Syracuse. So
okay, Tommy DeVito has been named starter at Illinois.
Ooh,
so there you go. These guys are just bouncing around everywhere.
They had a good game last week against Wyoming. I didn't even check the box score. So
all right, any other games?
I like North Texas plus the points against SMU. We I think from time to time talk about North Texas. Maryland, I think, is going to roll Buffalo. I know that's when you.
Oh,
we
back
keep an
to
eye, we keep an eye on Maryland.
Baby Tua.
Yep, Baby Tua. I mean, that offense took a huge jump.
Do they still have their coach that you hated so much that's
Loxley?
good now?
Yeah.
Like, he's winning now. He's good, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he is. And the first 2 weeks, that's what I looked at. He's a bully. I think we used to look at that with Franklin at Penn State, would just hammer guys in the first couple of weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Loxley, same thing. Understands he's going to have some bad losses later on. Needs to get off to a good start.
Okay.
6-1 against the spread non-conference. First 2 weeks at home with him, they scored. It's just good total. So they've averaged, as him a head coach, first 2 weeks at home, they've totaled 279 games, 279 points, which is a 55.8 average. So he likes to get off to a good start, get the heat off him a little bit. Yeah.
Cool off that seat before the Big Ten game start.
I love BC, -7, the last one there, so a little bit.
Who they play?
They're at home against Rutgers. Jerkovic, the quarterback that transferred, they brought in a new offensive coordinator that was the tight ends coach at Notre Dame. So, again, all these things, everybody is – it's weird. This year with transfer portal, and he's been at BC now 2 years, you're bringing in offensive coordinators. It feels like worked with these guys at other places, so they just put the system in place where they're comfortable with it. But he's got – before he got injured, he was injured a lot last year. He threw for 300-plus in the 4 of the first 5 games, and they got injured, and Clemson was never really the same. So, but – yeah, Schiano and the defensive side there still struggles a little bit, so I think BC can put up some points and roll.
Wager, I don't know how many opportunities we're going to have to do this throughout the year. Hopefully there's more coming.
I hope so.
But glad to have you here week 1.
Good to be here. It's exciting.
And if we can't get you in studio, we'll at least get your picks out there, and then maybe via phone or something.
Sure.
But I want to keep it rolling. That was fun.
Let's do it.
Good luck week 1.
You too.
We'll be checking in.
Lots of points. San Jose State, Portland. It's a lock. I think
Is it on ESPN3? Can we watch it? Do we have to get like Flow Sports or something?
I think we're getting reports from a pigeon or something at the end of each quarter.
All right, that's the play. So go to your window now.
Total lock.
All right, good
run.
Wager, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, for having me. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. The voice, Jeff Charles, joins us. We'll talk Pirates and Pack after this.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Come party like a pirate at the official Pirate Radio football kickoff after party at Dirty Dance. Dirty Dance is open 7 days a week and located on 4th Street, right beside the downtown parking deck. The McHale Buck Band will be the headliner of the after party, and anyone with a Pirate Radio football kickoff party ticket gets in free all weekend long. So keep the fun going at Dirty Dance all weekend long with live music, with the friendliest staff and the best drink specials in town. Get lucky at Dirty Dance.
Beauty Bar Medispa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty. October 7th through the 14th, all services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built and broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. Tired and sluggish, down in the dumps, or do you just have the blahs? Well, maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness offers IV hydration, which can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, and even fix a hangover. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Stop by at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville or go online at revivehealthwellness.org.
This is Stephen Igoe. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour brought to you by Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency, and for maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 750 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, that was fun, breaking down an entire week one of football with Wager McGhee there. A couple of, or one news and note that we missed. Jaquan McMillan has signed with the Broncos practice squad, so he was waived, made it through waivers, and was brought back by Denver. So that's good to hear. Chandler wearing a Denver-esque colored shirt today.
Yeah.
Looking sharp over there.
Thank you.
Anything else, Shirley, on your news desk?
No, just keeping a close eye on to see if Tyler Snead pops up somewhere.
Yeah.
So, because he was waived by the Steelers yesterday, so just kind of keeping an eye to see if he shows up somewhere.
And you can also go to our social media, especially Twitter. I don't know if we have it anywhere else, but Harold Varner made some comments today about joining the Live Tour, so you can see those, especially on our Pirate Radio Twitter.
Yeah, and you might want to be following our social media this evening, because coming up at 6 o'clock, Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell will be talking, so we'll have that video, audio, quotes, all that out for you, and we'll, of course, have the audio on the show for you tomorrow on Pirate Radio.
Yeah, and there's one more I wanted to mention, just because it's kind of a hot story. Gunnar Henderson, who played for the Norfolk Tides, just got called up by the Orioles today.
21 years old, right?
Yeah, he's a young kid, and so he is going to make his major league debut coming up tonight for the Orioles, which leaves a spot open for the Norfolk Tides, which is the AAA affiliate. Well, the reason why I mention that is because Connor Norby is making a campaign for a promotion, because Connor has been absolutely tearing up the AA. They played last night for the Bowie Bay. He plays for the Bowie Bay Sox, but he played for the Erie Seawolves, or played against them last night, which, by the way, Bryant Packard plays on that team. Pack went 1 for 4 with an RBI, but Norby had a day.
2 dingers.
3 for 4, 2 home runs, a triple, and 4 RBIs. And now all of a sudden people are taking notice of Connor and really trying to make a campaign for him to get promoted to AAA.
That takes him to 22 home runs on the season for the former Pirate Connor Norby.
And I know it's fluid and it changes. Did I see that Norby was the 12th ranked prospect?
Yes,
for the
he is.
Man, so
Wow.
he has flown up. I mean, just in the last year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, he went through a slump earlier in the season where he was just really struggling with his bat, but he's been solid on defense and on the infield. And all of a sudden, right here, probably in the last month and a half, his bat has really woken up, and he is making a lot of noise. And now people are starting to take notice, and they're saying now that there is a possibility, we're not saying for sure, but there is a possibility that Connor Norby could be among some of the prospects that they're looking at to promote to fill that spot that Gunnar Henderson left behind when he got called up today.
All right, good info there. Let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line and visit with the voice, Jeff Charles, on this game week Wednesday. Jeff, great to chat with you as always. How you doing today?
Cliff, I'm doing great. After our visit, I'm headed to the Outer Banks to speak tonight to a lot of Pirate fans. You know, there's a really good contingent of ECU fans out east, and we want to go out there and see them tonight and have the opportunity to shake a few hands and spread the gospel of the Pirates, if you will. So we're on our way out there tonight, and you're right. It's game week. It's a very busy week. We have so many things going on, but that's the way we like it. We like to stay busy.
A lot of momentum with this program right now, athletics program, Jeff, when you look at how the baseball season ended, when you look at what Mike Houston's team did on the field last year, winning 7 games. So should be a lot of excited Pirate fans to talk to tonight, and a ton of them coming to the game on Saturday. As John Gilbert said on Tuesday, there were less than 2,000 tickets remaining for East Carolina NC State. So going to be a great crowd, going to be a great college football atmosphere for the season opener.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Clip. And let's hope in the next day or two those 2,000 seats that were still available are sold, and that place will be 50,000. And how great would that be? I mean, this is the most anticipated home opener for the Pirates in recent years. And, of course, there are a few reasons for that. Number one, it's North Carolina State, and they're going to bring in a nationally ranked team. And then it's the start of the season, and as you mentioned, the Pirates are coming off a winning year in which they were 7-5 and had the bowl invitation last year. So there's momentum, for the Pirates as well. And then a quality opponent coming in, your next-door neighbor, rival, Of course, Pirate fans get really excited when anytime East Carolina plays North Carolina State. So it's kind of a perfect storm, really, to have a great opener, and let's hope the Pirates can deliver on the field. It's not going to be easy, Cliff. I've been doing my homework all week, and this is really a solid North Carolina State football team, especially on the defensive side. That front seven is really good. Those linebackers are outstanding. They've got a good secondary, and they've got so much experience on both sides of the ball. So I can understand, at least preseason-wise, why they are ranked number 13. And you've got to go back to 1975. Longtime Pirate fans may remember this. 1975, Lou Holtz was the coach at North Carolina State, and they entered that season also number 13. So this is a very good football team. The Pirates are going to have to bring their A game, going to have to play really, really well, going to have to get that crowd behind them and hang in there. And, the pressure is really going to be on North Carolina State. If the Pirates can hang in there and get the game into the fourth quarter with it up in the air, then I give the Pirates a fighting chance in this one.
Jeff Charles joining us. He'll be on the call coming up on Saturday. He'll be with you coming up Friday at noon on the UBE Pirate Preview, another year of the UBE Pirate Preview voice. Looking forward to that on Friday.
Yeah, me too. Carl Lester Crumpler, Sr., will be one of our guests, and we like to have Crump on once a year, and he always has great stories. We always like to get an update on the Crumpler family and how all the guys in the family are doing, and along with Crump's son, who's having a great year at D.H. Conley, Isaiah, and his daughter Ariana is a track athlete at ECU. We always talk about the incredible legacy of the Crumpler family as far as athletics are concerned, so we'll talk about that and get Crump's thoughts on the Pirates for this year. And Andrew Bays is also going to join us, and Pirate fans will remember Andrew. He's an ECU Hall of Famer as a punter for the Pirates, and Andrew is going to join us this year, Clip, on our radio broadcast, our network broadcast. Kevin Monroe is going to work the home games this year, and Andrew is going to work the road games for us this year. And so we'll visit with Andrew, get caught up with him as well, and a couple of the coordinators will be with us, of course. Donnie Kirkpatrick will join us, and also Blake Harrell will join us. We'll also have a visit with Holt Nailers. So, yeah, we've got a lot coming up Friday at noon at UBE. This will be our 35th year of UBE Pirate Preview shows. We had to take a little bit of a hiatus there from doing the show at UBE, during the pandemic. But, boy, it's been great to be back down there. Great to see so many Pirates fans. So if you're in the neighborhood on Friday at 12 noon, come by and see us.
It'll be back coming up this Friday, the UB Pirate Preview with the voice Jeff Charles, and what a cast of characters there for the guest list. And you said it, Jeff. I was going to ask how aware of you of Isaiah Crumpler, and saw some highlights from Friday night. D.H. Conley 2-0, and Isaiah just another Crumpler in a long line of outstanding athletic Crumplers getting the job done there at Conley this year. That's been fun to see so far.
It is amazing. Every time I turn on the game, and of course I listen to the games on Pirate Radio, D.H. Conley, and every time I turn the game on, it's like Isaiah Crumpler has just done something. I remember last year I flipped the game on and he just caught a touchdown pass, and then this year in one of these two games I turned the game on and he delivered a big hit and got a fumble recovery. So he's playing both ways. He's really a talented kid, and when I talk to his dad, he says his work ethic is through the roof. He really wants to be great, and he's got a lot of natural ability and talent. So it'll be fun watching the next Crumpler come along.
No doubt about it. Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, as we got to look at the depth chart on Tuesday, Pirates fully stocked, ready to go for NC State. A couple of omissions. Josiah Hatfield not going to play in the season opener against NC State. And I've heard Rick DeBrew has been running scout team and, not on the depth chart and not sure exactly what's going on there. But it looks like East Carolina will have to call on their veteran and deep defensive line. Maybe not veteran, but certainly deep defensive line. A lot of guys have gotten a lot of snaps there, but a very talented group ready to get out there on the field. Might be without, I guess, Rick DeBrew for the season opener.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing, Clip, on the two deep. I'm not sure what that is all about. The other thing I noticed on the two deep is that Pop McGhee, who was the third-string guy last year, backing up Raji Harris and Keaton Mitchell, he was not listed either. And, of course, there were two other running backs, two newcomers into the program have been listed behind those two. You never have enough running backs because guys go down. So that was a little bit of a surprise as well. There was a lot of competition in camp for some of these spots. And it's only been within the last week or so they've decided on some of these positions. So, yeah, it's always fun to get that too deep, to begin the season and see who is on there. And, of course, it'll change with injuries and with performance as the season goes by. But I know it's one thing that fans always look forward to getting, just to see who's in the starting lineup and who the backups are.
And at that receiver position, can't wait to see that fleet that Holton Ahlers has to work with this year with, of course, C.J. Johnson returning, but Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Winstead, I know high expectations for him, Ryan Jones, don't forget about Shane Calhoun, and just a lot of weapons out there for Holton Ahlers, and one ball to go around between all those guys and, Rajay and Keaton. So interested to see how Donnie Kirkpatrick and Holton Ahlers work this offense this year, Jeff. You've certainly got the weapons. Can you get it to them? Can you figure out what the defense is doing and take what they give you? I'm fascinated to see how that turns out, not just on Saturday against a very tough defense, but moving forward in this 2022 season.
Yeah, I am too, Clip, and Holton Ahlers will have his 38th start coming up on Saturday, and my goodness, he has rewritten the record books at ECU, and I think a real interesting part of this depth chart and a real interesting part of what's gone on in preseason camp is that C.J. Johnson has been moved now to an inside receiver position, which I think is really interesting. We all know C.J. has a big body, and I think he can really provide some matchup problems from that position. And in talking with Coach Houston and the Pirate coaches, they talk about how great his attitude has been all through the spring and the summer. So hopefully C.J. can get back to where he was as a freshman and be that productive. And I think it's going to be really interesting to watch him in that position. Then you mentioned the other guy. Johnson didn't play a whole lot at Georgia. Now, Winstead did play a lot at Toledo, was a key performer for the Toledo Rockets, had a couple of really good years there. But, he's a kid basically from our neck of the woods. He's from Richmond and went to Norfolk State and then transferred to Toledo. So he's a little bit more back home. But I'm interested to see him as well. I think he's kind of an audio out there. I'm looking forward to watching him and some of the other young receivers. Clip, the guy that they always talk about that we just haven't seen burst onto the scene yet, that I think will probably happen hopefully this year, is the little guy, Kerry King from Highland Springs, Virginia. And every time I talk with Coach Houston, he says, I think he's the fastest guy on the team. And that's saying a lot because there are a lot of fast guys out there. So if they can get him ready to go, primed up and ready to go, and he learns the offense and he becomes a confident kid. If they can get the ball in his hands, might be a whole lot of people are going to be able to catch him. So I'm hoping that he can come on and have a good year this year too.
Jeff Charles joining us. Looking forward to East Carolina football. Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up on Saturday at 8 a.m. Jeff Charles will be a part of that program. We're with you after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show on into the afternoon and early evening until the last caller is served. So we're fired up for another game day coming up on Saturday. We got the Pirate Radio football kickoff party going on Thursday night. Voice, you going to be able to join us for that?
Oh, absolutely. Look forward to it each and every year. We've been to both of them, all of them, I should say, and my wife Debbie and yours truly will be there. And again, I want to thank Pirate Radio. We'll do it publicly tomorrow night, but they have been so gracious, Troy and Jonathan and the management and ownership of the radio station. They've been a big supporter of the Heather Ann Pertee Memorial Nursing School Scholarship, and I know they're going to present a nice gift to us again tomorrow, which we just greatly, greatly appreciate. We can't even put into words what this means to us, Clip. And so, yes, we wouldn't miss it for the world. And we want to see all of the great Pirate fans out there, which I know we will. It's just amazing how many hundreds of Pirate fans come to the Pirate Radio kickoff party. It is quite a party, so make sure you're there with us tomorrow night.
Can't wait for that, and we're looking forward to Saturday football, Jeff. But, man, a lot of games between now and that full slate on Saturday, including the Backyard Brawl coming up 7 o'clock Thursday on ESPN. West Virginia taking on Pittsburgh. On Fox tomorrow night, Penn State is at Purdue. And then Friday, really looking forward to seeing Virginia Tech and Old Dominion. Can the Monarchs maybe pull off the upset against the Hokies? That's coming up Friday night. Temple's at Duke, Illinois at Indiana, TCU at Colorado. So even before we get to Saturday, Jeff, we got some pretty good games, some conference games already this early in the season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'll be home Friday night, of course, Clip, so I'm really going to tune into that Old Dominion and Virginia Tech game because the Pirates have ODU next week. so get a good chance to get a scouting report on the Monarchs. And this will be Brent Pry's first game as the head coach at Virginia Tech, and so everything's new with the Hokies. I know there are a lot of Virginia Tech fans in the Tidewater area. I don't know how many tickets they got, but I can guarantee you they snapped them up very, very quickly. And Old Dominion, remember, they had those great sellout crowds for years, and then things started to wane there just a little bit. But I'm sure that's going to be a packed house. I don't know if ODU can hang with them or not, but we'll find out. I would think that they have a chance because everything is new with Virginia Tech. So we'll see. And that's an Old Dominion team, as I know you talked about this summer, Clip, that finished strong last year. So that's going to be a big game. There'll be a lot of interest in that game, again, because there are a lot of Hokies in Tidewater. And so, the newspapers have covered that game this week, I know, and looking at the Virginian Pilot. That's a big game in that part of the country. So that's going to be an interesting matchup.
Jeff Charles joining us, The Voice. You can check him out Friday at noon on the UBE Pirate Preview. It's back for another year, and a lot of great guests coming up on that show. We'll talk to Jeff on Saturday as well on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. And Jeff, great to be back in football season. I know it's busy. You're headed to the beach tonight. You're partying tomorrow night. Got a game on Saturday. So full systems go for The Voice, I guess, right?
Yeah, it really is, Clip. But again, we like to stay busy, and this is our favorite time of year, and it's great to get out and see so many Pirate fans like we're going to have the opportunity to do tonight, and have the opportunity to see a lot of Pirate fans on Saturday. We will be broadcasting Saturday from a tent this year for a network pregame show between Minges Coliseum and the football stadium. So that's kind of a new wrinkle. So we'll have a chance to see even more Pirate fans on Saturday. And Clip, I communicated today with Ruffin McNeill, former head coach of the Pirates, and this is going to be a big, big day for Ruff on Saturday, and he has mixed emotions coming back to Greenville. I mean, it's going to be an emotional time for him, and I hope people, just kind of think about Ruff a little bit on Saturday and a little bit of what he's going through, because, I mean, he is a Pirate through and through, and he's coming back to the stadium which he played and which he coached, and now he's on the enemy sideline, if you will, at North Carolina State. But for him and his wife, Erlene, who's just a wonderful lady, it's going to be an emotional day for them. And I'm hoping that I can cross paths with Ruff sometime on Saturday, and it's going to be a big day with him back in town.
No doubt about it, Jeff. Certainly going to be an emotional day to see Ruff back here and everything that comes with that. Jeff Charles joining us today on the Pit Electric Live Line. Jeff, appreciate the chat today. Always enjoy it. And, man, can't wait to hear from you Friday. And we'll talk to you Saturday as well.
Sounds great, Cliff. We're ready for Pirate football. Always enjoy the visit. Have a good one.
There is The Voice. A lot more Voice coming up this week on Pirate Radio. Friday on the UBE Pirate Preview, and then hour one of our Bud Light pregame tailgate, 8 a.m. Saturday morning. By the way, we've got another special guest joining us Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. How about AEW wrestler Brock Anderson going to join us in studio, plan to join us Saturday at 9 a.m. So a little wrestling and football. Maybe we can find a state grad to come in and wrestle him before the game.
Dude, it's just like College Game Day. They always have a celebrity pick 'em.
Yeah, he's our guest picker.
He's our guest picker for Saturday.
And that's awesome, man. Can't wait to see him coming up on Saturday. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Patrick Mason set to join us. And, more football talk because it is game week, and we are fired up, ready to go for East Carolina and NC State. We'll get the official prediction from Patrick Mason. We got Bryce Williams from yesterday. 28-20, Pirates over Pack. See what Patrick has to say. Stephen Igoe joins us in hour 3 of today's show. A lot more to go. Back with you after this.
Where can you go where the beer is cold and friendship is forever? Pabst is the place that's in our hearts where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey, Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a PBR cooler full of beer. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone, and the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Do you want to feel healthier and have more energy? The secret is all in what you eat. At Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we have certified dietitians to provide you with accurate advice on the eating plan and the lifestyle choices that you need to make to help you live well. You need more than just an internet search to be able to get a plan that fits your unique needs. Your dietitian will customize an eating plan that is specific to your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle, while providing coaching along the way so you can live well. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphousenc.com.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3,
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour brought to you by Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now back to the show.
Welcome back, and for the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. We'll have full coverage of the coordinators in terms of the interviews coming up a little bit, if any, for sure. And you can join the over 58,000 followers today. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Good work, Shirley. The old in terms of. That gets us every time.
Every time.
All right, looking forward to hearing what Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell have to say one more time. And then I'm done. Then I want to watch a football game. We have talked about this one enough. So let's talk about it some more with Patrick Mason from the Daily Reflector, who joins us looking like he's ready to coach the Chicago Bears. How you doing, Patrick?
Doing pretty good.
He
How are
might
you?
need to.
Hey,
I don't know.
Easy. We were talking about Survivor. We're going to do a Survivor pool, and Troy is part of our team. This is pretty high stakes, Patrick. So we gotta pick it straight up. But I'm liking Niners over Bears week 1. But Troy D, the Bears fan, is already saying, "Well, new coach, you never know." So it'll probably talk us out of that one. But anyway, very early.
I don't know if there's any way to talk me out of that one.
Do you have a Ditka sweater?
I do not. No.
Your any family members? Is that a thing? Like, I feel
maybe.
Like if I was a Bears fan, I'd probably own a Ditka sweater. I feel like, or is that like too cliche?
Yeah, like those like old Saturday Night Live, Bears skits. Like maybe some of those sweaters might be laying around somewhere. But
yeah, or they had the big coats.
Yeah, I feel like this goes against all Bears fans, but like that they last won in 1985. So like I'm just so over that. Like we got to look to the future a little bit.
Okay.
Everyone's so Ditka-y.
Yeah,
so
a little too Ditka-y for you?
A little bit.
All right. Patrick, we forgot to do this during the off season, so now we have to push it all the way back to January or February. But we're going to look back at your old tweets. But Chandler did notify me of some tweets from this week from Patrick Mason.
Probably just a few.
We go back a few days ago.
I'm worried about you, dude.
August 29th, it says it's Monday, August 29th. This is the day that I declare the White Sox dead. What a truly terrible baseball team, top to bottom.
They're trying their hardest to ruin my summer for me. They must got to be the most disappointing team in baseball.
Yeah, and there's another one.
So frustrating.
There was one more, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, it's a GIF. A GIF of Steve Harvey saying, "It's a wrap." Looking at you. At White Sox. He tagged him this time.
Yeah. That was after another loss to the Royals, who have now won the season series against the White Sox.
Oof.
I mean, the Royals. Come on, man.
I love tagging, like, my favorite team, like Washington, knowing that either nobody's going to see it or there's, like, a poor intern having to go through all the tweets.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely, like, anyone who has any sort of decision-making power from the White Sox will not even see this tweet.
But it's good therapy. It's like the anger management rage room.
Yeah, just
get it all out.
Yeah, just yelling into the void,
Exactly. All right. Well, good news, Patrick. You'll have football to be disappointed about soon. But hopefully you'll have a fun season covering East Carolina football. And you don't care if they win or lose, but probably be more fun if they win, right? Like, have more to talk about.
For sure.
Players and coaches, a lot easier to talk to when they win.
Yes.
So you got that aspect of it. Will they win on Saturday? How about this NC State team? How you feeling about the matchup, Pirates and Pack?
I mean, everything you've heard about NC State is, it's one of the best teams they've had in a long time. I guess if you're going to go for predictions, I'm probably going to say NC State will win, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than a lot of people are thinking.
What are a lot of people thinking?
I just heard a lot of the talk from it. I know it's like NC State fans, but even some national guys just saying that NC State's just, they're going to roll. They got a lot coming back. Good defense, great quarterback.
Well, everything okay in there?
Going on in there.
So Shirley had one of her pecking episodes. We have that mic button just can still go to hell. And Shirley, how many pecks did you have at it last time?
Well,
I swear, I think it was at least over 60.
He was
bad.
struggling. And he got so tired of pecking at it.
It was starting to hurt my finger.
So then I
down
took
to the
over.
bone.
And then we were taking turns. I would do like 15. She would do 15.
So Patrick's giving his analysis, and all you hear in the background is tapping.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
We're
that.
sorry.
No,
We're just trying to
it's
turn
good.
the microphone off, and it's just not working.
Yeah.
And then Shirley would finally just put the pot down.
So then you had it down, and then there was just a massive celebration, which we heard coming into this room.
Because we had finally turned it off.
All right, well, turn it back
that.
off, Shirley. Let's see what happens. One shot, one hitter, quitter. Way to go. All right, Patrick. If East Carolina wins this game, what has to go right? What's a recipe for a Pirate victory on Saturday?
So I've been thinking about this a little bit. I think they have to control the ball. I mean, it seems simple, but if you just kind of get that running game going, I think that'll help a ton. Because you don't really necessarily want to rely too much on just passing the ball and getting 3 and outs really quick and giving this NC State offense time to work. So I think if you can control the ball, which I mean probably one of the better strengths or biggest strengths of this ECU team is its running game.
We're going to find out early, right? Like, I don't
Yeah.
see Mike Houston coming out and just going up-tempo shotgun, slinging it around 8 plays on the first drive. They're going to do what they do, and that is get Keaton and Rajay the ball and try to get them 5, 6, 4 yards here. Get close on third down, convert those, and I think we're going to find out early, can ECU establish the run against NC State?
Yeah, this will be a good test early on, just for that offensive line, too, to see how they mesh together because, like you said, you really are going to have to run the ball and just kind of work some drives together. I don't think you're going to see all these shots right away. I mean, you might, but, this will be definitely a good test for them.
The perhaps biggest test of the year, I think BYU is going to be really good. Cincinnati is going to be good defensively, even though they lost a lot. But, this is probably the biggest test defensively ECU will face this year. Not sure about offensively yet, but how about on that side of the ball? How about East Carolina? If they're to win, what do they have to do defensively on Saturday?
It's kind of interesting. So Devin Leary, he just doesn't really make that many mistakes. I think it's all over the place. 35 touchdowns, 5 picks. So I'm kind of curious how you deal with that. Like, do you send some pressure? Do you drop some different things to get him moving out of the pocket? Or do you just kind of try to take away some passing windows? Like, it'll be interesting to see how they play them. But I think you got to do something to kind of get him out of his comfort zone if you can.
I would say Blake Harrell's MO is not being passive. He's pretty aggressive. He's bringing blitzes. So, it can bite you, but I think we're going to see plenty of pressure, at least attempted pressure, on Devin Leary Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be something to ask Harold about later today. But, I'm just imagining just this whole preseason camp. Like, can't you just picture him just kind of drawing up some fun blitzes? And
sure.
It being game one, there's really no tape on anything. So you can kind of, throw some surprises here and there.
And we're going to have, 8 guys on the line, and then ball is snapped, everybody drops back. Like, I could see, because it really does sound like talking to Miles Berry, talking to Xavier Smith, they have added even more to this defense. And with the veterans you have on that side of the ball, it's a lot easier to get that in instead of working with a bunch of new guys.
For sure. And I think a lot of a good thing for that defense is a lot of players have played some different positions. So like you said, if they are kind of close to the line, they're, if you're a former linebacker or something playing safety, like you kind of have, where to be, what kind of keys to read too.
How many total points in this game? The total has dropped from 55.5 to 51.5. So what kind of game were you expecting, Patrick?
I guess that probably sounds right. I think I was guessing a score of probably around maybe 31-24 or something like that. So I guess that's what,
putting that at 54. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's so weird, especially early on. Just offenses, even if you're great, sometimes takes a little bit of time to actually score some points and put things together.
Let's see. App State last year. Do you remember the final on that one, Chandler? I'll look it up. But East Carolina got that early score from Keaton Mitchell, and then struggled to score. App State, as the game went on, was able to run on the Pirates.
I want to say it was 34-9. That bad of a margin? I mean, it was. I don't think Pirates were even close. 34-13.
33-19. Pirates got 10 in the fourth to make it close. So yeah.
A late Ryan Jones touchdown. We were introduced to Ryan Jones at the end of that game.
There you go.
I mean, really, this is sort of an exact game you're trying to avoid this week. I think you can't just give up so many points early and try to catch up.
Yeah, Pirates need to play from ahead. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More with Patrick Mason, more East Carolina, NC State. Also, we'll look around week 1 of college football. Man, it's awesome that it's here. We'll talk about it when we return after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville, and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case, cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Where can you go where the beer is cold and friendship is forever? Pabst is the place that's in our hearts where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a PBR cooler full of beer. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour brought to you by Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, looking forward to a busy game day Saturday. We'll be with you 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Taking you right up to kickoff, Patrick Mason will be a part of that program. We'll also talk to you after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, as that show will not end until the last caller is served. So great to be back with another year of our full game day coverage here at Pirate Radio. We'll kick things off coming up Thursday night at the Pirate Radio kickoff party right down the road across the street at the State Theater. Breakfast Club will be performing. We'll have a Clydesdale out there you can take a picture with and get up close and personal with a Clydesdale, so that'll be pretty cool. So we'll be partying on Thursday night, and then Friday, Freeboot Friday, Uncle Cracker will be here. You an Uncle Cracker guy?
All right, yeah, I like a couple songs.
Okay, Patrick Mason, Uncle Cracker guy. Who knew? All right,
it's a wild name, but
yeah. Well, it stands the test of time. He went uncle early, so now it kind of fits, right? That he's older.
A lot of people go Lil or Kid or something.
That's right.
Uncle, right.
Way too many Lils out there, man.
There are.
I mean, look, I come from the school of Lil Kim, somewhat Lil Jon, and that's kind of pushing it, but like
Lil Clip, Uncle Clip.
I actually, go by Lil Clip. To my grandma still calls me that.
There you go.
And I'm not a little fella anymore. All right, Patrick, who your Iowa Hawkeyes begin the season with?
I honestly forgot.
Wow. So you don't care?
No, I'm sort of loosely following them. I'm just definitely more in ECU mode, probably more than
how about that
any other year. It's weird, but it's just odd not being hooked into Iowa so much. Where they got South Dakota State.
Fox Sports 1 at noon, so you won't even be able to watch it. So you can just keep an eye on the scoreboard. Big one in the Big Ten, Notre Dame and Ohio State. They're, I say they, talking about Ohio State having a historically high-powered offense this year.
You know what's weird about it's 2 top 5 teams, right? Isn't Notre Dame 5?
Yeah.
But the spread is something insane.
And I love Ohio State to crush them.
Yeah, it's just wild that there's such a disparity between 2 and 5 that it's like, what is it, like 30 points, 20 points, whatever that spread is.
And really,
insane.
We'll see what Georgia is. Probably not fair to downgrade Georgia before the season starts, but to me, it feels like Alabama versus Ohio State. Go ahead and get it ready for the championship.
That sounds about right.
Georgia has Oregon coming up 3:30 on Saturday, so that's a big game. Other big ones on Saturday, Utah will travel to the Swamp to take on Florida, so that's a pretty good matchup there. Houston at UTSA, sneaky one to watch, and Cincinnati, another American team, at Arkansas. That's 3:30 on Saturday as well. So you got some good games. North Carolina, App State, local interest.
Yeah. Doesn't ODU play at, was it Virginia something?
That is Friday night.
Okay.
It'll be ODU hosting Virginia Tech.
That'd be interesting to keep an eye on, too.
Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Color, seems very interested as we go down the slate of football games. He'll join us coming up at 5 o'clock. So what you got, Chan, man?
I got some breaking news, I believe it is, regarding Patrick Mason's White Sox.
Okay. Tony La Russa?
Tony La Russa out indefinitely as he sees a heart specialist.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I chuckled at that. I mean, that's sad, but I thought it was going to be fired. But no, he'll be back.
Tony La Russa out indefinitely as he sees a heart specialist.
Could
he is like 77, 78.
He is old.
Yes.
He is 77, yes.
Could this be what they need to turn it around? Rally around La Russa, or in spite of La Russa?
Yes, it's probably the latter in that terms.
Yeah,
That's interesting. I don't know.
So the White Sox right now, they're done.
Yeah,
you weren't lying.
No, they're
they're done. All right. So Patrick, you were here to see what, the last game of the season?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, which was I didn't go, but I remember leaving the station after the pregame show and listening to it, and the crowd sounded like so locked in. That first drive, I think Cincinnati missed a field goal, and it wasn't a huge crowd numbers wise, but it sounded like a pretty good electric atmosphere out there at Daddy Ficklin Stadium. So you were able to witness that, but this one is going to be something completely different, and man, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am too. And, I guess drawing on some of the similarities of that Cincinnati game to NC State, literally the whole team, that's all they talked about all week was that they believed they were going to beat Cincinnati. They just had this kind of confidence about them. And I sort of had that sense going into this game. I mean, the team just outwardly is very confident, and, they certainly have the belief that they're going to win. And I just think that's it's just kind of neat that rolls over from season to season.
Yeah, I mean, really across the board. I mean, Xavier Smith, we put out one of his quotes this week that got picked up by State fans and everybody went nuts about. That really wasn't that big of a deal. But you're right. Like across the board, these guys seem super confident. Holton Ahlers would never give the opposing team, bulletin board material. But at the same time, he has been very confident about his guys.
Yeah, and I think that's really what it just is. It's not really talking smack. It's just saying I'm confident in what my abilities, and I think they all are. I think that's really all it really is.
All right, let's see what kind of game we're going to have on Saturday. Who is the Pirate leading receiver on Saturday?
Maybe C.J. Johnson, just kind of both with some familiarity and just kind of the position he's playing inside. That'd maybe be my guess.
What is he going to look like inside? We're going to see any of those explosion plays, or is he like a possession guy now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I just think with his size inside, he can create some interesting matchups, even if it's just running 5-6 yards for like a little spot route, just getting the ball and doing something with it. But he's really fast. Maybe he does some stuff up the seam. I think there's a lot of options for him in there.
Sorry to interrupt, Patrick, but are you in for a Bo Bats joke here, Chandler? Is now a good time? All right, he says bring it on. Bo Bats has breaking news. Legendary long snapper Chandler Bing has been released by the Lingerie Football League. I guess Bo's bored. What is he? I guess Bo's bored today. Thank you, Bo, for that submission.
Oh, Bo, I swear.
You can't take him
what
nowhere.
A legend.
Can't take Bo nowhere, I
can't help but just take the jokes from Bo. They're so hilarious.
Yeah, he's something else. All right, Patrick, back to football. What does the rushing distribution look like on Saturday? What is the ratio between Keaton and Rajay?
I bet it's probably... Okay, so I was thinking it might be down the middle, but I think it's interesting that Keaton's going to be doing some kickoff returns too. So I guess it'll be interesting to see just how fresh he stays as the game goes on, if he's going to bring some kicks back.
Does he play the first play of the series, or does Rajay get it and then Keaton comes in? Like, the worst thing about Keaton having a long return, if he has a 70-yard return, you just put in Rajay.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, problem solved.
For sure. And I think that's part of the reason why they were comfortable sending Mitchell back there. But it'll just be something to watch and monitor. If he can handle that, then, why not?
So did you answer my question?
Yeah, I said it'll probably be right down the middle. I bet it's similar.
All right, so last year it was about as close to 50-50 as you can get. I'm pulling up the numbers here.
It's like 170, 160, something like that. Does that sound right?
It does, and it would sound even better if I could find the stats, which I can't at the moment. So we'll have to go off of your memory there, Patrick. How confident are you in those numbers?
Fairly confident.
Here we go. I'm getting there. So Keaton Mitchell had 107. What were your numbers?
I said 170 and 160.
Look at this guy. Look at this freaking guy. 174 for Mitchell, 165 for Rajay Harris.
So close.
You should have been very confident in those numbers. Holton Ahlers. How many passing attempts do you want to see Holton have in this game?
In this game? 30?
Yeah, because you start to get, Stephen Igoe says 0, all triple option. You get to a certain number, it means you're behind or the run isn't working, and I think you're right. If you get to that 40 number, once you start to get to 50, it's really bad.
You're in trouble.
So, yeah, if we could see like a 22 for 30.
Right. And that, like you said, that number is very dependent on what else goes right for you, too.
Yeah.
But I like that spot for him.
All right. How about sacks? How do you feel about sacks in general?
I like them.
Okay, good.
It's fun to chase the guy around.
Good to hear. Who has the most sacks for the Pirates?
What position, I guess? I'm still kind of learning this defense. I'm kind of curious where a lot of this pressure kind of comes from.
Jeremy Lewis is the guy rushing in from the outside, but we could see some I heard an interview with Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, talking to Jira Wilson, and I believe, did Jira say he never had a sack like his entire career until last year, I guess, or whenever he moved to that position where he's able to blitz, because he's always been a safety, he's always been a DB. So you could see it from that stringer gyro position. You could see it obviously middle linebacker, D line. But Jeremy Lewis, his main job is going to be to go get that quarterback, I guess.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You just gotta figure out how this all works and meshes together.
Give me an Elijah Morris pancake sack.
Or Rick DeBrew. He's pretty rocked up.
I'm saying Elijah Morris.
It's not going to be Rick DeBrew. And we'll talk about why with Igoe, but we could talk about it with Patrick Mason now. Rick DeBrew not on the depth chart this week.
Saw that.
Oh.
I guess we'll have to see what's up.
Let's see what's up. Maybe Steven will have some answers for us coming up in hour 3.
That.
Yeah, so you got another option there, Chan Man?
Emmanuel Hickman.
Okay. You should have kept naming guys that aren't playing this week. I'm going to go with Tank Robinson. Who
I'm going to go with Josh Smith.
All right, Josh Smith.
12 years removed.
Going to lead the team in sacks this year. All right, so that is just a few numbers there. Man, I'm excited to see Keaton Mitchell returning kicks.
It'll be exciting because he has that speed where he can just find just a little bit of sliver. And
you don't need much. Do not need much for him to go. Although I was talking with somebody, and they said that every time there's a long kick return, what do you see? A flag.
A flag.
That's football.
Blocking the back.
There's a flag.
Holding. And some guy is going to be too excited, nudge a guy, like right here on the side, kind of in the back, kind of in the shoulder.
20 yards behind Keaton.
Play. It didn't even matter to the play at all, and it's going to be flagged.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. Mike Houston has talked about special teams all preseason.
Yep.
That's been a huge focus of them. So I guess, that's probably, I'm sure they addressed that too.
And they're putting their best players out there for special teams. Kick return, kickoff, defense. And I don't know, any concerns? John Young gone, Luke Larson punting, and Owen Daffer back for another year. How do you, what's your confidence level in those guys?
I think Owen's fine. Punting it's very far from my consciousness, really. If you're punting all the time, you're probably not that great anyway.
You're saying you don't, when you're falling asleep at night, think about punting and punters?
It actually might help me sleep. But I just think it's not really an issue. Like I just think, whoever's back there is just going to do a fine job. I'm really not worried about punting.
I feel like Todd Sauerbrunn was a Bears punter. Does that sound right?
It's possible.
I think that sounds right.
My punter knowledge is I don't retain it that well.
Not a big punt. How does that make you feel, Chandler?
Not liking it right now.
Former special team guru over here.
Shirley, do we have the media day recap?
Yes.
I'd love to hear that real quick if we do. We hadn't played it all week.
Year, I'm a former long snapper, so I love talking about this position. I'm a former specialist myself. I used to long snap. All right, I'm going to talk about my favorite part of football, special teams.
That's the truth? You mean that?
I'm a former long snapper.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my! The best is the response. I love it every time.
And then you got this A clown up here
that
saying
can fall asleep.
Punters don't matter.
I just think it's gonna be fine. Like I just don't think that's like, oh man, like if only we had a punter, that could kick it 10 more yards. I think there's way more things that are top of mind than that.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is I think special teams will be fine. Owen's back for another year. He made some big kicks. Obviously, he can work on accuracy and stuff, and if that improves, then they'll be fine.
Well, when Luke Larson shanks one on Saturday, I know what conversation we're going to go back to next week on the show. It's going to be this one right here.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if we'll see rugby punts with him though.
I don't know. If punting is the issue, then you can come after me all you want.
No, I believe I asked Igoe about that last week. Says Larson's comfortable doing both or has done both. Have you been out there to see any punting? You probably haven't, Patrick, because once they're out there, you just totally ignore it and turn your back.
Even if he looks out and he just starts to doze off.
I curl up in a ball and take a quick nap.
You should have seen.
It's going to be 4th down, and he's going to be in the press box. He's going to be up in the Townbank Tower on Saturday. Literally go, all right, guys, wake me up in about 20 seconds.
No, he sets his alarm for 1 minute.
Yeah, just a quick power nap through the special teams,
It was very disrespectful on media day the way you treated Luke Larson. Just kept walking by him like you wouldn't look at him.
Oh, I saw Patrick. He literally walked by Luke and he went, this guy, and then just walked off.
I was like, why do they have an empty table here? They could have used it for somebody.
Oh, wow. You don't even see punters. They're just empty spaces. All right, Patrick, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll talk to you more on Saturday.
That's right.
I'll have more great questions for you to answer.
Oh, so you have proposed him a spot on
I proposed to him, during the break.
Oh, sweet. And he accepted. He said yes.
He said yes.
I believe he's going to join us via telephone.
No punting questions, though.
I got you. Yeah. I promise. No punting questions. We'll talk to Patrick Mason in the 9 o'clock hour coming up Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Steve and Igoe hoist the colors. Guess what? I forgot to write down games for us to pick, so I have to do that live on the air because that is something that we do each and every year. Got to bring that back again this year. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go after these words.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Come party like a pirate at the official Pirate Radio football kickoff after party at Dirty Dance. Dirty Dance is open 7 days a week and located on 4th Street, right beside the downtown parking deck. The McHale Buck Band will be the headliner of the after party, and anyone with a Pirate Radio football kickoff party ticket gets in free all weekend long. So keep the fun going at Dirty Dance all weekend long with live music, with the friendliest staff and the best drink specials in town. Get lucky at Dirty Dance.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
The Wood Ducks are back at Granger Stadium this upcoming week for the final homestand of the season, August 30th through September 4th. There will be post-game fireworks on Friday, sponsored by WNCT Channel 9 and ENC Media. The final jersey giveaway will be on Saturday to the first 1,000 fans, sponsored by Down East Heating and Air, and pre-game autographs with the team. There will be a jersey auction through the Live Source app, the Wood Ducks original green jerseys. The auction will end at the conclusion of the game on Sunday. Get your tickets now. Go Woodies!
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
At Bostic Sugg Furniture, we've lowered prices for some pretty big sales, but for our Labor Day sale, we've reduced them even more. Save on the most on-trend looks for your living room, dining room, and bedroom, and save up to 70% off clearance items store-wide. Plus, enjoy 12 months special financing. Sleep your best on a quality mattress for less. Plus, get 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase during the Labor Day sale. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Kyle Gaines at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are growing, so is our service department. We're adding more space to provide a faster, more affordable service for you. Come sit down with our team and let us customize your next Jeep or truck. Have the freedom to pick out your own lift, wheels, and tires, and more. Drive a little, save a lot when it comes to customizing your next vehicle. We're at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located off 264 West in Washington, North Carolina, and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, the Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Shirley, hit the Igoe intro song. And let's get that out of the way here. Igoe's got to leave early, but we got to get this song in. So
Igoe, he's the one you know.
You know him.
Igoe, he's Big Boomer's bro.
I can't believe people are still interacting with Big Boomer on Twitter.
Igoe, he's good at MLB The Show.
That he is.
Igoe,
tough, Jeff.
Igoe.
Where did Chandler go?
Dude, really?
Where are you, CJ?
Igoe. I'm sitting right here, bro.
Literally right here.
Yep, he's right over there.
Right here.
Igoe.
It is game week.
Igoe.
We got a lot
This
to talk
song
about.
continues to grow.
Yeah.
Igoe.
How do you feel about the Brewery jerseys?
Can we just get back to the show?
Those Brewers jerseys?
Yeah.
Igoe.
Huh? You like them?
Yeah. We got 2 minutes, guys.
These Pirates jerseys are amazing.
I love the patch on the sleeve of the Pirates jersey.
Dave Doran lost to Coach Mo.
Yes, he did.
People forget that.
Yep.
Do we call Coach Mo this week to get some tips?
I got something to say about Dave Doran.
All right.
Once we're done.
Christmas right around the corner.
We should have Corey Glore saying hello.
And we did.
Who's two? No spoiler. Who's Tulane got this week?
Here it is.
Hello.
Ah, classic. Tulane has UMass.
This one's in slow mo.
Parts in slow-mo.
I forgot to speed up the whole song. Damn it.
One more minute.
He's back in studio.
There he is.
He's here.
He's right there.
Igoe.
CJ, you're up.
I'll take Hunter Renfro.
I didn't take him on any teams this year.
Igoe.
Oh, I stubbed my toe.
I'll just do this week's live on the show.
Nice.
All right.
Igoe.
I forgot to do one, so I had to do that one this week.
Nice improv.
Live on the show.
Steven, you said you wanted to say something about Dave Doran.
All right. How many games has NC State played in Greenville, North Carolina previously?
Ever?
Yep.
So it was
4?
9. Oh, yeah.
4.
3-1, yeah.
Dave Doran earlier this week, quote, "We are 1-4 in Greenville." They are 1-3.
Okay.
So is he
an
idiot in the future?
Ooh.
Is he already accepting defeat?
Oh, boy.
He is calling
No
it
wonder
an
he was
L.
so upset on the Brian Bailey show on Monday.
He knows what's going to happen.
He was so bummed out, and that's why.
Steven, you have just cracked the code.
I mean,
you're a code cracker.
When he's
I've heard of Uncle Cracker. Have you heard of Code Cracker?
Code Cracker would be
Code
a
Cracker.
sick, musical artist name. Much better than Uncle Cracker.
Look, he might be in town listening right now. You're going to disrespect Uncle Cracker?
Look, if Uncle Cracker's listening, he can come in. What if he's calling in right now?
Stop
disrespecting me, bro.
If that's Uncle Cracker, put him on. Interesting tidbit there, Steven. Interesting. Did not...
It just dawned upon me as I was writing. So earlier this week, I actually used this quote in a tweet and said, it's a stadium that NC State has not played well
as a program, we are 1-4 in Greenville. So I tweeted that out, and then as I was doing my series history recap today, I noted that East Carolina has only hosted NC State and Greenville 4 times, with that only loss being to the great Daniel Evans back in 07.
I remember that
3
one.
touchdowns for the kid.
And
that was a beautiful day, too.
ECU waxed NC State in 99 with David Garrard. I think it was 23-6. You had the 07 loss, and then you had 2010 and 2016 victories. It's kind of crazy that NC State and ECU have met 31 times. 24 have taken place in Raleigh, 3 at neutral sites, and 4 in Greenville.
ECU is, I was at one big-time loss at a neutral site, but I think they won the other 2, right?
Yep, 2-1 neutral, 3-1 at home, so 5-2 not in Raleigh. Which, I mean, you look at the overall series, ECU trails 18-13, but considering that 24 of the 31 games have been in Raleigh, I mean, that's a pretty strong showing.
Yeah.
Well, Clip has a trend to consider on just this football season alone.
That's right, Chandler.
I already know what he's going to say about purple.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
Way to really no-sell that, Steven. Wow. I mean, I was all, hyped up about your thing. You could at least pretended, but shows what kind of person you are. Mike is asking, can Igoe help describe what a Friday night football game at ODU is like? I think this is a reference to a Wednesday afternoon baseball game. Yeah.
I used to make that joke all the time, and ODU got really good at baseball. And the rumor going around Norfolk is they actually took that clip and played it all throughout the speakers in their baseball facility that offseason.
Yeah.
And they've since turned around their program.
And now they're taking Xavier Smith's cut from earlier this week and playing that at ODU for some reason for next week.
ODU just looking for that whatever angle they can get.
I thought you were going to say edge.
That edge. Which is coming back, by the way. Now, I don't know about on this program. We don't have enough time, but it is coming back on hoistthecolors.net. By the way, Xavier Smith quote, I get it, but I taken out of context, I can understand why people are maybe, I don't know, take exception to it. But if you listen to his whole quote, I don't find a real problem with it.
Was he supposed to be scared of the team?
Yeah. I mean, he just said, look, he respects them. But as
respectfully,
as a competitor, he's going to go in confident. Yeah, maybe he should.
The funny thing is, he said the same thing about ECU's offense during spring, during fall camp. We Xavier, who's giving you trouble? Nobody. So should we have hung that up for Donnie Kirkpatrick?
Yeah.
Hey, Holden, did you hear what Xavier said about you? That's just how he talks. Yeah. It's not a big deal. Johnny, I'll get to Johnny's question later. Drew says, is the scoreboard and new LED ribbons working?
Still in a work in progress, I believe, but the goal is to have them, and the expectation is to have them working by Saturday.
The goal is to have them by Saturday?
They are testing now. I don't know. I'm not at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. Blue Water Pirate has been doing a much better job than me.
Blue Water Pirate is the eye in the sky.
I mean, this man has been tweeting updates about the ribbon board for a month and a half. What is that throw?
What is that?
We watch the Brewers and Pirates play a Little League game. But, yeah. Listen, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I guess.
Blunt?
Blunt. There you go.
All right.
To me, I'm expecting something to go wrong with the video board. And this is nothing against ECU.
Yeah.
If you're putting in all this new electronic equipment, and you can test it all you want to, but when you cram 50,000 people in a stadium for the first time in potentially 6 years, and you've got new equipment, what are the chances everything is going to go perfectly smooth? You got a new sound system. How you test that sound system when there's nobody in the stadium versus 50,000 people can completely change everything. So bear with them.
Yeah.
It's gonna probably be a work in progress, although I'm sure they're doing everything they can pregame.
And these are the things that'll come up
if ECU loses?
If ECU loses and plays bad. If ECU wins, it might be mentioned in passing and maybe in jest as a joke kind of thing. But it won't be a big deal if East Carolina plays well and wins the game. Why is Coach O holding a sword? That's pretty cool.
Coach O, Coach Gary Overton, not.
Oh, my God.
He is retiring.
Oh, my God. Breaking news.
Wow.
I heard this from a source at ECU the other day while I was doing PR.
Wow, you're a good source keeper because you didn't even tell me.
I didn't know if it was public.
A couple minutes ago, what are you saying? That I would have spilled the beans? Am I a bean spiller?
Oh, yeah.
All right. He's a code cracker. I'm a bean spiller.
Bean spiller.
John Gilbert presented Dr. Gary Overton a saber on his final day as an ECU Athletics employee after 45 years of service. What did he say?
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you so much for this saber.
What the hell are we going to do now?
He's going to move to Corvallis.
He's going back to Corvallis.
I'm going back to Corvallis.
You know what this means to me? More opportunities to be on Pirate Radio.
Opportunity.
But
Coach Osho.
He's still going to be around Clark Clare Stadium, I assume. He's still going to be that color guy.
Yeah.
He can't leave the booth, Coach O.
No, he'll be in the
Hopefully he's just leaving the ECU Athletics Department. Therefore, now maybe he can travel with Scooter.
Yeah.
To all road games.
Wow. That is news I did not see.
Or maybe he's going to Corvallis.
With that big old sword. Igoe, let's do a depth chart roundup review. That's what we're calling it, the official title. You got to leave at what time?
5:32.
Okay. We're going to do a segment here, take a break, and do some picks and do some wrap-up. That's the plan. Quarterback, Holton Ahlers, Mason Garcia, Alex Flynn, or Ryan Stubblefield. Nothing shocking there, right?
Nothing shocking.
Running back, Keaton Mitchell or Rajay Harris at running back. Marlon Gunn 1-3. Camaro Edmonds 4. No Pop McGhee listed.
Here you go. Here's a question. Over under half a carry for any running back not named Keaton Mitchell, Rajay Harris on Saturday.
Over.
So that would be more. That would be more carries than any ECU running back had probably in 11 of 12 games last year. I think Pop McGhee had one game where he got carries.
I remember we talked about that throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like we gave that over under out a lot. I'm gonna say with Mitchell returning kicks, I probably shouldn't say it. I'm gonna say over. They're gonna try to run the ball. They're gonna give these running backs a lot of work. There's gonna be a play. You know what? Can I change that and just say Marlon Gunn will enter the game? Or does that not count? He's got to carry
the football.
I'll go over. I don't know how much I believe in it, but with Mitchell getting extra work, Harris, I'll take the over. You're obviously leading under, it sounds like. All right, wide receiver X. I tell you what, Isaiah. I think Isaiah Winstead is going to be great, but is he hearing footsteps? I have not thought about this guy all off season.
He's on the depth chart.
Why was he not at media day? Why is he not a Pirate Radio athlete? Andre Pegues, my guy.
Lee Pegues' long-lost cousin.
Him or Jarrett Gardner backing up Isaiah Winstead at the X. At the Z, you've got Jalen Johnson, Kerry King. Inside, C.J. Johnson, Brock Spalding. So any surprises there? No. What is the deal with Hatfield? When is he going to be eligible to play?
Third game. He is out for the first two games.
All right.
So the biggest surprise here was Brock Spalding, a true freshman, making the depth chart. You got guys like Macy O'Donnell, who unfortunately was injured most of the offseason. Could still end up playing a role, but Brock Spalding, your backup inside receiver, at least on paper.
And then at tight end, which is going to be another big-time receiving position for the Pirates, Ryan Jones or Shane Calhoun, listed at tight end. Aaron Jarman, D'Angelo McKinney there at tight end. Let's look at the starting offensive line. Who's starting at left tackle? Justin Redd or Bailey Malovic? You got the newcomer versus Malovic coming off of an injury.
I think it would be Malovic. There, some personal reasons. He's actually missed some practice this week, so I don't know what his status is going to be for Saturday's opener. But he's had a really good preseason. He's in that mix for sure. If he was full go, he'd probably be starting. But Justin Redd came in as a all-conference transfer from Norfolk State. The biggest adjustment for him is moving from guard to tackle. And so you wonder how that's maybe going to affect things if he's thrown into the fire against a very good NC State defense. Now, talent-wise, he's there, but it would be his first game playing tackle. against a really good defense in a new system.
Is he our biggest offensive lineman?
He's a big guy, and he's very athletic. I've seen him single-handedly dominate some of ECU's best players in practice.
You worry about guys going guard to tackle, and this is like sight unseen, but like just from a quickness standpoint, you know what I mean, footwork, but you don't think it's an issue?
He's pretty quick. I mean, I think like if he was trying to play in the NFL, he'd probably profile more as a guard, but definitely at ECU, he's athletic enough to play tackle.
Left guard, Nashad Strother. Richard Pierce is the number 2 there at center. Avery Jones, followed by Ben Johnson. Right guard, Isaiah Foote. There you go, Scott in Maryland. Your guys first on the depth chart. I feel like we didn't talk a ton about him this, or maybe you probably did, Igoe. I didn't. What about Isaiah Foote?
Just had a really productive offseason, third year in the program, kind of his time. And, when they first brought in Justin Redd and Ben Johnson, you kind of assumed they would be the starters at guard or compete for that position. But it turns out, hey, let's utilize those guys other areas. And then, with Foote's emergence, it kind of allowed them to do that.
Noah Henderson at right tackle, followed by Parker Moore. And
West Virginia transfer.
I don't know much about Parker Moore. Never seen him play a football game, but just talking to him, and I don't know, I got confidence in that young man. He's a good talker. And,
smart individual.
Yeah.
He started 7 games at West Virginia last year. So, I mean, if that's your backup tackle, yeah, we'll take that.
Are these interchangeable, Igoe? Could we see Moore play left tackle?
He can, but I think he's more comfortable on the right side. Okay. But if, like, something were to happen to Justin Redd and Bailey Malavik, you'd probably see him at right tackle. Walter Stribling has played a little bit, but you want to go, basically what they'll do on game day is they'll go into game day with, hey, your 5 starters, and then kind of your contingency plan. Like if Isaiah Foote goes down, who's the first one in at right guard? Even though Ben Johnson's listed as your backup center, he could be that guy. So they're going to have guys who can play multiple positions off the bench.
All right, let's get a break in. We got to take a break. Robert says, Igoe hobnobbing with Josh Graham on Adam Gold's show last week. Is that true?
That is true.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
How'd that go for you?
It was actually pretty good.
Pleasant?
He asked me one ECU question, then he asked me about Matt Rule, and he asked me about Ohio State and Alabama. So, typical Josh.
Well, I'm going to ask you about Ohio State coming up next because we got to make some picks. We also have to go through the defensive depth chart, and we got to do it in about 10 minutes. So let's take a break. We'll come back. Oh, yeah, as we go to break, Johnny's question. He says it's a huge recruiting weekend for all sports. Johnny wants a non-football nugget, Igoe. You want to think about it through the break?
Your non-football nugget is they are expected to have some big men in for basketball.
How big? 7'5",
6'10", and above.
All right.
But I will have more information on that later in the week on hoistthecolors.net.
What a pro.
You said nugget, and there's your dang nugget. Now go eat some more McDonald's if that's what you want.
Wow. You talking to me or Johnny or who?
Talking to both of y'all.
Did you ever follow Johnny on Twitter?
I don't know.
You better do it, right? Let's do it during the break, man. It'll make me feel better. We'll be back after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Birdland, arrive early at the Yard on Saturday, September 3rd, when the first 15,000 fans 15 and over will receive the first ever Orioles soccer jersey presented by Pepsi. Don't miss out on this brand new crossover kit before the Orioles clash with the Oakland A's at 7:05 at the ballpark that forever changed baseball. What better way to celebrate Labor Day weekend than with your favorite home team on a Saturday night? Great seating options are available, and tickets start as low as $15 at Orioles.com/tickets.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Pirate Radio.
And you write that down, because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, are creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Did you follow Johnny during the break?
I did not. I was too busy following pro wrestler Brock Anderson.
Brock Anderson will be on the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up Saturday at 9 o'clock. All right, let's get through this defense, and then we'll make some picks. Igoe's got to leave in 7 minutes. Defensive end, Emmanuel Hickman or Chad Stevens with Josiah Robinson there. If you have a nugget, Igoe, you like to give out nuggets. You don't like to add the sauce.
Like golden nuggets or like chicken nuggets?
Corn nuggets.
I don't know what that is.
I think, isn't that like fried corn or something? I don't know if I've had them, but I think it's a thing.
Either way,
defensive
nuggets.
tackle Elijah Morris, backing up him, Surad Ware.
D-line
Chandre Mims
is deep, and they've eaten plenty of nuggets. So
Deontay Johnson, is that how you say that?
Yep, Deontay Johnson.
J.D. Lampley and Xavier McKeever at tackle. One name missing, Rick DeBrew. What's the dilly, yo?
So I went out to practice last week, and he was working with the scout team, and that's not normal. Usually the guys who are working with the scout team are your non-starters, third, fourth stringers who are providing a look for the starters on the other side. And so kind of took that, logged that in the back of my memory bank.
Yeah.
I asked some people around the program. It just sounds like I don't know if it's discipline or what, but clearly something's going on there to where he's not, he's still with the program clearly, but he's not in a good place maybe. So some sort of doghouse situation.
You just hope it's brief.
Well, the thing is, he's probably your most athletically gifted defensive lineman, but at the same time, if you're going to have somebody out, defensive tackle is not a bad place. I mean, you can roll six guys in. I mean, Chandre Mims was an all-conference FCS player last year. He's your third-string defensive tackle. Xavier McIver has played a lot of football. He's your third-string defensive tackle on the other side. J.D. Lampley, Deontay Johnson's had a big offseason. I just feel really good about that spot, even with Rick potentially not playing.
Outside linebacker, your rush guy, Jeremy Lewis, followed by a great name, Jack Powers. Another great name, Eric Doctor. And then how about Samuel Donka?
Donka, I think is right. Outside of running backs, probably the best name. Group.
Donka. All right, cool.
I think Lewis and Powers will be your main guys there.
Inside linebacker X, Chance Bates has been discussed a lot by Blake Harrell. Because he knows him right from his past, but sounds like we're going to see a lot of him on the field, perhaps.
Yeah, I think he's going to play. I think he's going to be in the rotation. He's big, physical, smart, a ton of experience. And I think they were a little leery of how his game would translate to this level, but it sounds like he's done really well. So I expect him to play on Saturday a decent amount.
Other linebackers, Miles Berry at the 1, Taylor Jackson behind him, and Michael Edwards the 3rd. Sam linebacker, Gerard Stringer, Jira Wilson, Kingston McKinstry, who, I guess this is a safety position-ish.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Sam is basically a third safety.
And now, here we go. Corners, Malik Fleming and Hickman are your ones. Pre-Washington, IBM, Isaiah Brown-Murray. Heard a lot about that freshman this offseason. And Jawan Powell, your backups. You know what? A lot of potential at that position, Igoe. I like that position.
Yeah, and they're going to be challenged on Saturday. But I like that room, man. I mean, they may give up a play or two. It's cornerback. You're not going to make every single play. But I like the attitude in that room. I like the physicality, the toughness. It's not the biggest room in the world. They do have some 5'9", 5'10" corners, which can be a problem at times. But all those guys, they play with some attitude. They play with confidence. And they just kind of fit the ECU defense. They're not scared. They're fearless. And they're not going to back down from a bigger receiver. And I'm curious to see what Jawan Powell can do on the edge now that he's practicing fully.
As Igoe pointed out in his Hoist the Colors depth chart review, which I tuned into, Jira Wilson also listed, in fact, as an or at the safety position with Tegan Wilk and Julius Wood, the other starter there, although he has an or with Sean Dorso, the other Devon King.
Devon.
All right. Daffer's your kicker, followed by Carson Smith, Luke Lawson, Andrew Conrad, the backup punter. Let's get to long snapper. Oh, the battle rolls on. Colby Garfield and Alex Harper. They're still battling it out. Chandler's not here.
Let's kick it to
we're not even going to talk about it.
Let's kick it to Chandler for more.
Thanks, Chandler. We got 2 minutes to make picks. You're too late, pal. ECU, NC State by 11.5. Who you got?
I like ECU to cover at home. Make a damn pick.
Sorry, guys. I was taking out the trash.
I mean, in this silence, you can weigh in with your long snapper situation.
Alex Harper, the starter?
I'm going to go.
Wow, you're a good listener.
33-21 State.
That would be an NC State cover.
Yeah. Virginia Tech minus 7.5 against Old Dominion.
Is this the first meeting since the Monarchs topped the Hokies in Norfolk?
Let's say it is.
Monarchs cover.
I agree. I like ODU in this one. North Carolina at App State. North Carolina -1.5.
App outright.
I'm going to do that too. Georgia. How about this? There's the haves and have-nots in football, Igoe, and good grief, there are
goodness, there's like 3 halves.
And my word. And my gracious.
Oh, my goodness.
2 17-point spreads here involving like top 25 power teams. Georgia -17 against Oregon.
Location?
I'm sorry? Oh, where's the game?
Location?
It's at the, I believe, the dome there in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
Is that the location?
I'm taking Oregon.
Yeah. Oregon won a big game, was it last year? Or the year before where they beat somebody, like maybe Auburn or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Kind of a crazy one, right?
Yeah. When was that game?
I'm going to say, when did Oregon win a big game and see what pops up?
State?
No, it was the SEC team. It was like Bo Nix.
Oregon
it was probably
Ducks football.
When did Oregon get good at football?
That's not going to tell us. I'm picking Oregon. Let's not go down that Google rabbit hole.
Ohio State -17 against Notre Dame. Oh, Igoe, you get to pick against the Irish week 1. I'm doing it. Are you?
Of course. I mean, Ohio State by 30.
Yep, there we go.
Ohio State and Alabama.
Thanks for joining us, Stephen. We will talk to you Saturday. Is your lovely wife going to be at the Pirate Radio party tomorrow?
No, neither of us are.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to Charlotte to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
How about this guy?
Are you going to be at the party?
I'll be under the bridge at the party tomorrow. And
nice
I will, yeah. All right, well, fly away, my Zephyr. I don't even know what that means, but it's a song, and it sounded damn good.
It's my decision, leaving you with scar tissue.
It is. It is.
Hey, if anybody's going to Charlotte tomorrow for the concert, hit me up. Let's have a few brews.
All right.
I guess we're going to have to give away Steven's tickets now.
That is true.
And I'm glad you said that, Shirley, because we need to open up the booty bag, too.
I'll have a cold snack for you, Steven.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Are we acting like that's not what we called it yesterday with Bryce Williams?
Yeah, but we just did like 5 straight minutes of Red Hot Chili Pepper songs.
And I don't care.
I know, clearly. You could have said, I'm going to have that beer. It's going to be as cold as snow. Hey, yo.
Jesus.
That would have worked. It would have worked. All right, Igoe. I want to just...
Don't say it.
I don't know how to word this, but you have a soul that I want to squeeze. That is an underrated Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Really hoping they play that live.
And we'll talk to you folks on the other side of this timeout, but other side,
Don't stop.
Another one of my favorites.
Something.
Addicted to the Shindig.
Addicted to the Shindig. That's the one I was thinking of.
What are we giving away today?
Give it away. $15 gift card to AJ McMurphy's.
What we got, we want to give it to your mama. What we got, we want to give it to your papa.
Can't stop giving it away.
All right, what caller are we looking for?
We're addicted to the Shindig. I'm going to go with caller 8.
Caller 8, 317-1250. We'll be back with you after this.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
That perfect tractor package you've been eyeing at Quality Equipment just got a little more perfect. Haul your next 1, 3, or 5 Series John Deere tractor off the lot on your brand new trailer. Visit our site at QualityEquip.com to add it to your package. Start with Quality Equipment to get any task done right. We've got the full line of John Deere equipment priced right with low monthly payments and special financing. Plus, we service everything we sell. Visit QualityEquip.com to see our latest offers.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic's Oak Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Tyler Harrison of Greenville. Picked up a gift card, a $15 gift card, courtesy of AJ McMurphy's. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia on Wednesdays with our very own Clip Brock. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's day. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip.
All right, we are ready to go. 8 o'clock tonight, AJ's 29 hard-hitting sports trivia questions.
Can't wait.
For you. 3 rounds, going to be a lot of fun. The Chan Man is a regular. He'll be there. His team, 100%. Hoping to get back in the win column. Been struggling a little bit.
Let's see if we can get everybody back.
Yeah,
we got 2 really good members. Sam Taylor, who's been a friend of the show, especially back at the sports bar days, and then Jake,
the monotone Texans fan that used to come on the Friday Football Fan Preview back in the sports bar days.
So if we can get both of those guys, and of course Bobby Raspberry, who's a true listener of the show,
shouting out all your teammates.
Ben, shout out to Ben. Ben
Section
is a
213
Section 213 member with us.
Yeah.
And then of course can't forget about
You forgot about him?
Kelly.
Smelly Kelly.
He does not smell.
No, it just rhymes.
Yeah, Smelly Kelly.
Yep. So
that's the gang.
And perhaps I believe Joe Mayancic might make the team again tonight.
Yes, he joined us last week,
Yeah.
and it was a great help.
So y'all come out, fun time at AJ's 8 o'clock tonight, and we'll do battle, and we'll have some Major League Baseball to watch and some awesome food to eat. And Chandler, I was eyeballing your buffalo chicken wrap last week, and I think I'm going to have to go back to that well tonight because I haven't had it in a while, and it looked really good. So.
It was really good. It's always really good. And I was thinking about doing the chicken cheesesteak that you have been munching on the past few weeks.
The old switcheroo?
I might have to try that.
Let's do the
But I
switcheroo.
could not. I tried to, but I could not get away from the buffalo chicken wrap, folks. It is delicious. If you want to go the wing route, I want to say Clip Brock was the one that got me on this. The spicy garlic is a go-to sauce for me. So try it out, AJ McMurphy's.
All right, we'll see you there, 8 o'clock tonight. Shirley Rhodes, let's hear from the Pirate players from earlier this week, as we had them, of course, here Monday on the Players Lounge. Well, Holton Ahlers had more to say to the media Tuesday after Mike Houston's press conference. So let's hear from Holton right now.
Well, game week, man, it's finally here. What are your emotions like right now?
Yeah, I'm just taking one day at a time. I mean, watching film, getting as much time in we can with the receivers, with the offense, and like I said, just taking it one practice at a time and getting as much film as we can. Watching film with the guys that are going to be playing Saturday, and just trying to get the upper hand on that. But super excited. Heard it's going to be close to a sellout, if not a sellout, so we're excited about that.
Coach Kirkpatrick said that you were watching film pretty much all summer on these guys. Has
I
it
was.
paid off now that you've seen their defense now for a week of practice?
Yeah, it has. I mean, the goal on game day is to go out there and like you've seen it before, like you've played them before, and that's kind of what film is. And, I've been watching them forever now. I mean, during summer you have so much spare time. I took that time to dive in NC State and watch as much as I could of them, and then obviously meeting with the coaches now and getting some extra time with them. So it's been good. I got a good feel for them, but obviously first game of the year they can come out there and run something totally different. So I'm sure they'll have some different looks for us, but we're an experienced group. We've seen a lot of looks in our career, so it's decided to go out there and compete with them.
How much leash do you have to make changes if you do catch them and they're like, oh, I know what this is?
Yeah.
Do you have?
Yeah, I do. This year's kind of one of the first full year where I can kind of do that. A lot of our plays we're sending in multiple plays, and then based on the look, I'll call the play that we have. So, I appreciate the coaches trust me in that, and just got to go out there and produce. And that's what a lot of the film, watching film and seeing, if I get this look, what is the weakness of it, and just stuff like that.
You know what ECU, NC State's all about. So
Yeah.
how important is it maybe not to make it bigger than it is? Like, it is just a football game that comes down to execution on game day.
Yeah, for me, this team's played in big games before. We have a ton of experience coming back, so we've played in big games, and we know not to make it any bigger than it is. Obviously it's an in-state school and it's a big game for us, but at the end of the day, it's just a win. It's one tick in the win or loss column. Hopefully it's a win for us, but I think last year proved we went up there to App State and made it a huge deal, and ended up having a pretty good season after that. So we're just going to go out there. We feel like we can compete with them. We think they're a really good team. We think we're a really good team, so excited to see the matchup.
Did you play in the last game that these two schools
Yeah,
played?
so in 2019 I played. In 2018 I did not, because I was hurt. So.
What do you remember from that?
They kicked our tail. It's the program where it was at the time when we played them is not the program that it is now. So we're excited to go out there and show that this program has changed, and this program, the city has changed. So we're excited to go out there and play them and kind of show them that.
They just told us there's only about 2,000 seats left.
Heck
that
yeah.
says wonders about what you're just saying, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
for sure. I think, I came here in 2018. It was nowhere close to being sold out in any of the games. So I'm just excited to have Pirate football back. I think, we've worked really hard in this. Coach Houston and his staff and, these seniors have worked really hard to get this program back to where it is. Now it's going to go out there and compete. And, they're a national team now, so excited to go compete with them.
What any games from this rivalry that you attended as a kid kind of stick out, growing up here?
Yeah, the pick with Damian Magazoo when he picked it in overtime when Russell Wilson was here, that was a pretty cool one. I think it was 2016. I was at all of them, but probably the overtime win was pretty cool. I remember growing up.
How much crossover for you? I asked the other guys. Miles said he has a high school teammate and some other Greensboro guys. You're playing against guys that you probably know.
Yeah.
this week. How is that, leading up to the game?
Yeah. I mean, you can't really think about that too much. I do know a bunch of those guys with me. They were in my final two, so I got recruited with a bunch of those guys. Especially, I mean, they're really senior heavy, fifth year heavy. So a bunch of those guys I got recruited with and kind of have relationships with. A bunch of them I played in the Shrine Bowl with. So I mean, I know them all really well. Devin, their quarterback, was my roommate or one of my roommates in the Manning Passing Academy. So I know him pretty well. Obviously, I know Coach Shorn really well too. So I mean, there's a bunch of crossover there.
You know all his weaknesses now, Cole.
I don't know. We'll see Saturday.
So a lot of times, I guess it's more of an NFL thing when they talk about when one quarterback matched up against another in the record.
Yeah.
Even though you're not on the same field as the same at the, you're on the field at the same time. Do you kind of relish that, going toe-to-toe with another great quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, Devin's had a really good career. Obviously, he's get projected, all over the place, and he has a lot of hype around him. So he's a good dude. I mean, we're competitors, but at the end of the day, we are friends too. So, just wish him nothing but the best. Obviously, not Saturday, but other than that, I mean, he's a great dude, and wish him but the best.
Sounds like Keaton Mitchell will do some kick returns, so I know you won't be out there. But what will it be like watching that on the sideline, maybe to start a game or just throughout the year?
Probably like watching Chris Johnson when I was growing up. So I hope it's like that. I mean, that's what I'm expecting. So he's as electric as anyone I've seen since Chris Johnson. So I'm glad he's on my team.
You said he got faster in the offseason.
He did.
Get faster?
No, yeah, he did. He did. Hopefully, you'll see a bunch of those runs Saturday.
Holden Nailers talking to members of the media earlier this week, and man, excited to see Keaton Mitchell on the field. You think about last year's season opener, didn't go the Pirates' way, but that swing pass to Keaton Mitchell certainly went the Pirates' way for 6. Just not a lot of offensive explosion after that play. Let's hear from Xavier Smith as well, as we caught up with X Monday on the Delcor Players Lounge. He spoke more on Tuesday.
Well, X-Men game week finally here, so just what's it feel like to finally be in the mix of NC State prep and almost there?
I feel real calm, surprisingly this time. I know past years, if you let the emotion get to you too much, it kind of psychs you out, so I'm trying to stay level-headed and just focus on our job and kind of relaying that to the team so we're all level-headed and, go out there and be ready to do what we say we're going to do.
You started, I think, at tight end in the 2018 game at NC State. How far have you come since then, and then to the team? Like, I mean, how do you compare like that, maybe that pregame versus what you guys are going through now?
I mean, I was at tight end, to say the least. So, I mean, I feel like that says enough in regards to that. But the team's definitely grown. The team's definitely helped me grow as well. A lot of the younger guys, a lot of the older guys, even the guys in my class, Miles Berry, a lot of guys helped me develop into the person I am, the player I am. And then a lot of younger guys, they just show me things that I didn't do that helps me now to tidy up on that and help them in that aspect of their game to help them grow as individuals and as players as well.
I asked Miles, and I'll ask you, how personally gratifying is it to see where this program was in 2018 when you were playing tight end to where you've come now? I mean, it's got to be really cool for everybody involved.
I mean, it's been truly a blessing, to say the least. Like, I don't want to take credit for it because, there's a lot of younger players that, and, a lot of coaching that had to go into it as well. It wasn't just us, so it was a team effort. But year 5, it's great to finally see, the things we say we're going to do. Back in 2018, we're being recruited, saying we want to come here to change the program. And then it's been a roller coaster ride, obviously up and down, not going as fast as we wanted, but it's finally here. So it's very rewarding to finally be a part of that.
Crowd noise is always the thing they talk about to the away team, but you guys obviously being on defense is going to be really loud when you guys are on the field. Have you guys done anything to mimic that in practice, just the crowd noise you guys kind of communicate pre-snap?
I mean, it's hard to mimic how loud it is in a game situation, but the only thing we can do is just focus on communicating visual and verbal. That way we're all on the same page and we don't, beat ourselves in that regard of the game. We're playing as a unit and just doing our job.
How do you balance feeding off the crowd but also like staying within yourself, not trying to do too much in that environment?
Oh, I love it. The crowd definitely get me going. COVID year was a humbling year for a lot. They had to play a game with no noise. It was kind of easier, not easier, but easier to hear, easier to communicate. But, man, having a crowd packed out, I mean, it's great. We love it. We feed off that energy. We just got to do a good job communicating so we're all on the same page.
Going off of what he said and what he said, They just told us you only got about 2,000 seats left to sell. So how excited as a defense does that make you knowing this place is going to be jammed?
I mean, it could be 2,000 seats left, 5,000 seats left. I'm just grateful for whoever come out to support us because, all that means everything to us.
But you played in, I guess, South Carolina was probably the biggest crowd we had here last year.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how do you get the defense, ready for that, and how much is that going to play a factor in this game?
I mean, time will tell. Everyone handles it a little bit differently. All I can do as a player is advise them to, cancel out the noise. Don't let it get the best of you because emotions can really mess up, your mental aspect of the game. And that's important in a football game, having your mental level-headed. So really just talking to the players and doing as much as I can to show them, to tune out the outside noise and just focus on what we got to do.
I kind of asked Miles a little bit about how close these two schools are, and a lot of the guys might have played against each other or know each other through camps or whatever. Is it that close? Or are you hearing some things and giving some things, or how is it for you?
I mean, people are always talking. I don't really pay much mind to it. I know the type of person I am. I know what kind of team we have. There's nothing but respect. I know that's what comes with the game of football. We all love to compete, and emotions and competitive edge. It is what it is. I love it. All respect to NC State, but fear none at the same time. And that's just the approach with anybody and the approach with life as well. So,
do you have any high school teammates or friends on the other team that you know?
I think they all transferred by now. I did when I was probably a freshman, sophomore, but they all gone now.
All right. ECU and NC State is a rivalry that goes back to 1970. Have you done any studying on it or watched any highlights of previous games even before you got here?
I mean, I see a couple clips here and then, but I didn't even really understand the rivalry until I got here. So I'm kind of playing catch up where the North Carolina guys, they already understand it. They came here knowing the rivalries already. So I'm really playing catch up. So I'm a couple years behind on, what it really means because I'm not from here. But being here for 5 years, I feel like I feel it enough to understand how they feel, my energy times 10.
Pirate Nation tore down their goalpost twice.
Oh, yeah, let's do it again. Try to do it again.
All right, there is Xavier Smith, East Carolina linebacker. You also heard from Holton Ahlers. Let's take a timeout, come back. Get ready to wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. Right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service. When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today. Come party like a pirate at the official Pirate Radio Football Kickoff After Party at Dirty Dance. Dirty Dance is open 7 days a week and located on 4th Street, right beside the downtown parking deck. The McHale Buck Band will be the headliner of the after party, and anyone with a Pirate Radio Football Kickoff party ticket gets in free all weekend long. So keep the fun going at Dirty Dance all weekend long with live music, with the friendliest staff and the best drink specials in town. Get lucky at Dirty Dance.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you. Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report for today. The Dow was down 280 points, closed out at 31,510. NASDAQ was down 66 points and finished the day at 11,816. The S&P was down 31 at 3,955. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All right, trying to wrap up the show. We got some people trying to sell us something, knocking on the door here at Pirate Radio.
No soliciting.
No soliciting.
Oh.
It's your fifth quarter buddy.
It's Billy Weaver. What's up, Weave? Yeah. You can
Billy,
say.
I do have a question about your poop drugs.
Okay, I'm listening.
The poop drugs, do
Yep.
they help you poop or do they help you stop pooping?
Both.
Oh, okay. I was just
All
wondering.
at the same time. I have medication for IBS-D, which is irritable bowel syndrome with diarrhea, or irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or chronic idiopathic constipation. Or I also have drugs for exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. So we can go over all that stuff off the air if you want to.
I hate that we're out of time.
I am so sorry I asked.
Hey, I've got poop emojis in my Jeep in the front windshield. I have to bring those in. They're hysterical.
Weave, we'll see you in that chair Saturday afternoon.
I can't wait, man. I'm so happy. And the reason I'm here is I'm picking up my tickets for the Pirate pregame party.
We'll see you Thursday night. Then.
Yes,
sir.
Oh, yeah. They're
that.
on the desk.
Yes.
All right. Good deal.
Woohoo!
Good to see you briefly, Billy.
Yeah, you too.
A preview of Saturday.
We'll hang out a lot longer Saturday afternoon, taking your calls on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show.
We'll talk more about IBS.
Perhaps, yes.
Yes.
All right, for Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man, Billy Weaver, I'm Clip Brock. We'll talk to you Thursday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.